Hi, everyone. We're just about to start in about 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. Curtain call, 5 minutes. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another Dungeons and Dumbasses Flights of the Legacy, a D&D and MTG homebrew crossover campaign. And we are back with the full crew. Thank bejesus for that. We've got everybody here today. I am Darkborne, so welcome to Darkborne Plus. And as always, with this stream, we always go over this. Dungeons and Dumbasses, not intended for anyone under the age of 18. Trigger and content warning, this episode may contain adult themes and not intended for anyone under the age of 18. Themes may contain sex, PTSD, traumas, racial injustice, etc. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the main board here. And I'm going to slowly bring in everybody else in. Hello, everybody. You are now live on the air. And I don't know why I'm talking like a radio announcer. But with that said, I'm going to
some smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah!
I've got a trombone. That's close enough.
Hold on. Smooth jazz on Radio ORC. Okay, I want to welcome everyone to episode 8, Filet Mign'Orc. And so we're going to go one by one as we do in every episode and introduce all the players and their characters very briefly, very short. And we're going to start off at the very top left of the screen. We're going to start off with our DM and NPC and, unofficial plot device. Arden.
Yep. Hello. Yeah, I'm the one that makes everyone cry in fear.
As both the NPC and the DM. Let's just put it that way.
Well, to be fair, no, that's Proserpia's job. She made everyone
fair.
Oh
that is
God.
fair. That is fair. 2 episodes ago. Okay.
I'm
all right.
so good at it.
You're so good. All right, so going on to the next one. That would be me. I play Desi, the Leonan paladin, and he is Oath of Glory. He is also 7 feet tall.
And very Greek.
And very Greek. And if I sound Russian, I am sorry. Like I say in every episode, I will use Greek words, but the accent, not so Greek. So we're gonna go on to the next person on the left, and that it's gonna be our Drow cleric, whose very famous motto is, I'm gonna just go in and kill everything because preventative healing. If they're dead, I don't have to heal you. Everybody, say hello to Naia.
Hey, friendly neighborhood drow there.
Oh, did we mention that she started a cult?
Oh yeah.
Yes, very much. I hope that if we return to the Drunk Dragon Inn, it may have blossomed.
All right, now.
Oh dear God.
Now we're gonna go to the right side of the screen, all the way to the very top, introducing our words tongue-tied. All right, I tried to speak a little too fast, so let me slow down. Smooth jazz. Jazz hands.
Hi, internet.
Yeah.
I'm Ganesh. I'm a Lockstone druid, and I don't know. I like shit. Yeah. Let's play.
Let's play. Our lovely Loxodon is about 8 feet tall, or 7.5. I believe you're 8.
8 feet tall.
Yeah, you're 8 feet
tall. I'm really 7'11", and I'm upset about it.
You're really 7'11". Got it.
Yeah.
Well, you can always visit yourself at night, all night long.
Sure.
Sorry, bad joke. All right. Anyways, so, and for, so all of a sudden now coming out of Bad Baby Artificer Jail is our very special Rock Gnome Artificer, aka Battle Buddy, aka Rock Gnome Flamethrower, Proserpia.
Hey, everybody.
Did we mention that she almost TPK'd existence?
We did.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, 3 existence.
Three-
4 existence.
6 existences technically.
I
because,
tend to be an
Or-
overachiever.
yeah. All right. Well, okay. And then, of course, our big wall of meat standing at 8.5 feet tall. The big green giant himself, Orok.
Hello.
He's really nice, but he just has resting murder face.
That's just my face.
This is my face. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and... does anybody want to say anything on how they felt about last episode really quick before we go into the recap?
No, let's do recap.
All right.
Let's do recap.
Also to remind everyone that Ganesh is our timekeeper. We have about 15 minutes total before we get cut off for RP, and that's how we've been getting through everything with equivalence and equality. All right, now going back to Arden. Arden, please take it away to where we last left off.
So where we last left off, we started with day 4 along the flight down towards the Broken Peak Mountain. On day 4, Orok, didn't sleep very well the night before and decided he doesn't like technology very much. He really does not like the fact that he could plummet out of the air at any second. Proserpia that day was put in mini baby artificer jail, aka you only get one project to work on, no more messing with anything else, and I quote, "So help me, if you come out there without your clockwork companion, I'm going to scrap it myself!"
Yes.
Following up,
Sad face.
Naia managed to start reading more on Soraya's journals that she stole from Soraya's area, and learned that Soraya was once on Theros, helping apparently another Planeswalker by the name of Dak Faden stop at a nightmare disease curse caused by someone named Ashiok.
Yeah, hater.
It's it's a thing.
Yeah, unfortunately. No face. Well, half face.
Half face, but nobody knows what Ashiok looks like, and I'm not going to go grab a picture unless I'm bringing them into this game.
Yeah,
Which,
let's
once
just
again,
not
won't
put that
happen
in our
because
brain.
all of this is non-canon.
Yeah, but please don't. No, Ashiok is disturbing enough, even in the name. So let's just move on to the next thing.
And of course, Kark, our kobold artificer, snuck into baby jail to negotiate a deal with the gnome. Day 5. Much romance, such love. Desi, Karg, and Naia, all together.
Hagnar, by the
sharing
way.
gifts and
Hagnar,
being-
not Karg. Hagnar's the artificer.
Yeah,
Is it-
but
you
Desi,
said-
Karg, and Naia were the ones having the romance on day 5.
No. But the kobold artificer is not Karg. It's Hagnar. You said Karg.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
Go
allowed
ahead.
to mess up. I'm the DM.
I know.
So Orok took some training to learn his new ability to chop things and then get better from them, or chop better, essentially. Ganesh took an interest in artifice, so he asked Arden for a lesson. He decided to throw a spitball in the middle of Arden's first teachings, and then got even more of a lesson in the process. Long story short, he stepped out of there with a new trunk attachment, which he has learned as the new, even babier artificer than the actual artificers on board,
Mm-hmm.
how to use the spell catapult.
Yeah, with his trunk.
Yay!
We could catapult with his trunk.
It's a hexapole particle accelerator. I eat something, I snarf it, and then it goes through my nose and gets accelerated, and it has a targeting reticle on it, and a hexapole particle accelerator is a real thing.
Orok, meanwhile, manages to corner her before his lessons and just take a friendly moment to remind the small little cat person that you promised me. Don't forget that promise. And Arden going, the fuck did I promise? Yeah, sure, big guy.
Sure, whatever you want.
Totally didn't forget the fact that I made you a promise in a completely alternate timeline that I have no idea. Oh. Okay, back to lessons. Next bit. Naia
Soraya.
ended up reading the journal number 4 of Soraya Keen and her journey to the plane of Feek, along with Dak Faden, something that I left out before. But as long as she is concerned, another bumfuck plane designed to murder its inhabitants. No, thank you. Day 6. Everybody barely got to go through their daily tasks as an orc raiding party decided to attack the raid the flying ship, because that's clearly something that you want to try and do. They didn't survive. There was minimal damage to the ship. Yeah, Arden's not very happy about that. They managed to scratch up the hulls. And yes, if everyone could give me social initiative, that'd be great.
Yep, way ahead
Yeah,
of you.
don't forget to click on your tokens first.
I knew that was coming, that's why I did that.
Yeah, that's why we were quietly doing that. Go ahead, keep going.
Proserpia wasn't allowed to join the battle because you're grounded, Mystery. Get back to your project.
But we forgot the best part.
Oh yeah, Desi got a bag of tricks.
Oh yeah.
And now has pets.
Yeah.
Well,
And
which bit? What did I forget? Please tell me.
and I had Filet Mign'Orc.
Mign'Orc, yeah, Filet Mign'Orc. Yeah.
I ate the other orc out of spite.
He ate all the dead orcs out of spite just to defile them because he was pissed. Just because he could.
And it's technically not cannibalism because they're a different breed of orc from a different point.
Exactly. Also, the kobold and the rock gnome artificers come to an agreement in baby artificer jail because Hagnar refused to go clean up that mess. So she snuck into the baby artificer jail.
Proserpia, remind me after this to actually make your companion for you in Roll20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you're technically coming out of Artificer Baby Jail, which means you should have been done with it by now.
Well,
Yes.
because now she had a partner help build, so
Yeah.
that makes
But
sense.
You forgot to let me know you were going to play so I could build it for you. Or at least put all the stats inside here, because we're getting it from the Stibbles Codex.
Okay.
If I still need time to make it, I will baby jail myself again.
No!
Oh my god.
No. You know what?
I'm
Another
just
thing.
going to say you're not ready to prototype it yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're not
Cool.
ready to prototype it yet. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
So we're gonna go ahead and since Arden, if you can do the magic that you do with the put everybody in order on that turn order thing, that would be great.
Yeah. Descending. Oh wait, we want descending.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So. Oh, once again, Ganesh, top of the round. So, we're gonna go ahead and go into this and welcome everybody. Oh, did we all take a full rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guessing so.
No, because whatchamacallit, Orok didn't on day 4. That's why he was like exhausted on day 4. So that's why I'm just wanting to make
good
sure.
question. Anyone stay up late the previous night? 'Cause
No.
we are starting on day 7.
I mean, I
Finger
only need 4
to
hours
nose.
sleep, so
Yay.
No, Orok ate lots of orc and he had a hearty belly and he went to sleep.
He passed out. Okay, good. Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we're all fully rested, Arden. So you can go ahead and take us in.
Actually, if I may, Naia, is it alright if I put you at the end of everything, since you're mostly going to be reading the books?
okay.
And I want to make sure that the lore dumps come at the end of each day.
That's absolutely fine. I was going to say just one thing, which I just thought of. That kind of we're basing it on like reading, I suppose maybe but could we add like a little bit on because she doesn't need as much sleep as everybody else? So maybe a little bit more. I don't know.
Like 2 books instead of just 1.
I mean, I'm planning for a set amount of information to be
Okay,
dumped on each
that
of
makes
these
that's
days.
fair. No, that's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many books you read through. It's how much information you're gonna get.
Yeah. That's
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
okay.
All right. So,
Alright.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
all right. So everybody other than Ganesh, please mute your microphones until it's your turn.
So I wake up. I send some birdies off to get some healing potion mats, and I start using the healing potion mats from the previous day to make a healing potion. And I keep my ears out for the birdie that I sent off 7 days ago to scope out the mountain.
Where's this shit? Do you remember what kind of bird you sent out?
No,
Otherwise, I'm just gonna use any random squawking.
any random squawking is fine.
Like that.
Was it a pigeon? Okay. Yes, sure. Pigeons.
Nothing from the pigeon yet, then.
Nothing from the rock dove.
Nothing from the Zidok dove.
Okay. So, yeah, I make a healing potion and chat it up with bitches, and that's my day.
Alright. Proserpia. Let's preface the start of you actually coming out of Artificer Baby Jail.
Yes.
You show, and you're probably going to be showing Arden the prototype.
Yes.
He makes comments along the lines of, "Okay, now whenever you get the chance, do yourself a favor and machine some armor for that little thing. It looks like it's just a skeleton and parts."
Cool. I will do as such.
Anything else you want to do with the day? He's practically just let you out. You do
I...
realize you're being followed by a mirror no matter where you're going.
I'd want to get a really good meal. What else? Work on sign language with Stamatia, and if I have any more time, tinker with the hummingbird a bit more.
Okay, so roll yourself an intelligence roll for learning mere sign language.
Okay. Is that right?
Oh, I mean, that's an int save, so we're gonna dump -2 from that.
Sorry.
That's fine. So you rolled a 19.
Okay.
Total. Pretty good. Pretty good. You can pick up a basic word or here or there. You've already been practicing so far, so you're starting to be able to be like hello, hi, or just basic maybe 2-word statements. But you'd always have to think about it. You're not exactly proficient just yet.
Sounds great.
Because as Ari stated last time, I believe it was like about a week worth of training before you could grasp the basics.
Yeah. Oh, with Greek, yeah.
And ooh, you're fiddling with the hummingbird.
Yes.
What are you trying to do with it?
I am trying to see... I'm trying to train it and see what I can get it to do.
The hummingbird is a base construct,
Okay.
so training it not as easy as one thinks.
Okay.
So you give it a command, it tries to do the command, but if it wasn't already programmed in that command, the hummingbird just sits there and tilts its head at you.
So I'd want to fuss with it to see.
Roll me a Tinker Tools check with intelligence.
Okay. So how do I do this? I'm sorry.
Okay, so in
Hit
your
the question mark.
you just click Tinker Tools in your in your character sheet.
Okay.
And then it should prompt you for which of the skill or what attribute you want to use with it, and it's going to be an intelligence.
Okay.
That'll be an
You
11.
do not know how Arden managed to program this thing. You try to change one wire or two, but all that seems to do is cause the poor little thing's wings to twitch in an odd manner. So it's you don't break it, but its flying's a little off.
Oh.
It's just like, okay, then what happens if I put this wire to it? All right, fly, little buddy. Why are you going to the right?
Oh.
That's probably gonna take a bit to study, a bit more study on that. Or you could, ask Arden how the hell he managed to program the thing in the first place.
Yeah.
So, and that'll do it for your turn. Desi, you're up.
Desi would like to say hello, friends. Hello, internet. I am Desi. Okay, Arden. So we are waking up. We make good morning breakfast for both Karg and Naia. I bring breakfast in bed. We have wonderful chit chat. Comforting Karg because he realized Panther go poof.
Oh yeah, the panther does go poof at dawn. There was a panther here at night. Why isn't there a panther here in the morning? Ah!
So comforting, the orc boyfriend, and explaining the mysteries of Bag of Floof.
Which you still don't understand completely yourself.
But I'm from Teros. I make it work. This is Bag. He has many floofs. One of them might be Panther again. You don't know. Let's hope for best. Others, I don't know what the others are. I just know that they're floofy, and it smells like animal. So then from there, sorry, I need to take a break because I was about to laugh. So at that point, that's breakfast. Let's see here. Desi's already had kibitz and brunch with everybody on the ship at this point. Let's see here. What was the new stuff that Desi learned? Oh, yeah. Peerless athlete. And let's see here. Oh, Crusher, yeah. So I'm going to say that Desi is basically, for the afternoon, for a couple hours, is practicing his undercommon.
All right.
To get the pronunciations right, and polishes Zorf.
Would Naia be helping him with that?
Yes.
Roll the intelligence check with advantage.
Me or Naia?
You.
Me.
Nice
Okay.
helping you, which is giving you the advantage.
Okay. All right. So intelligence check, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, intelligence. Okay, here we go with intelligence. 14.
Picking it up. Almost there.
Almost there. Almost being able to speak undercommon. And
Speak undercommon like a person from the south trying to speak like a northerner.
no, it's more like a person. It's like it's starting to speak undercommon, like an English person trying to speak Spanish. Yo quiero la cosa hola, and it's being someone that speaks Spanish that really grates my nerves. But anyways, yes, it is precious. It is special. But it's okay. All right, so that's his afternoon, and then Desi wants to surprise everyone on ship.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Desi, no.
Desi's gonna go and cook.
Oh, okay. Whew.
What did you think Desi was going to do? No, seriously, what did you think? What did you think he was gonna do?
I have 50 different things that Desi could have done. Don't ask.
I mean, he could have been doing the clapping of the ass cheeks praise dance for everyone, like common stripper, but
Moving on.
But anyways, no, Desi. Oh, that's cute. Anyways, so yeah, Desi wants to bake a dessert, he wants to bake spanakopita for everyone.
Roll survival.
Survival?
Yep, that's the cooking check.
Oh god, I
How
thought it
else
was
you gonna-
performance.
How else are you gonna get spinach? at
Performance
10,000
is you
feet?
know how to make it look good while you're cooking it.
Not spanakopita. What is spanakopita the dessert? No, it's
Baklava.
baklava. That's what I meant to say. Baklava. Yeah, he wants to make baklava for everyone.
I would argue that unless you're proficient with cook's utensils, then yes.
It is survival. Okay.
Yeah, but it is wisdom based, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh man, then I'm not very wise. Let's go do this. 16.
Not bad. You managed to pull it off. It's not great, but you managed to pull it off.
Well, he doesn't cook for himself. That's what he has servants for. That's why it's surprise. It's nice surprise for everyone. So he makes enough. He makes a baklava for the ship. Yeah.
Alrighty. That will be everyone's final meal of the day.
Yeah. So that would be the end of my turn for day 7.
Orok, you're up.
Okay, so Orok wakes up and notices that over the course of the entire trip that he's not bald anymore, but he has grown out his hair and his beard has gotten longer, and it's to the point where he woke up and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead, and he grabs some cloth or something and starts to tie it and braid it because it's getting in the way. He doesn't want to shave it, but he's gonna tie it.
Orok's image will update next session.
Yes.
You know that I'm screaming in Spanish right now, internally.
You can scream.
Well, later
There
when
has never
when we're done,
been
I
a
need the file.
Spaniard ever in the history of the world that has screamed internally. Ever.
No! I scream internally and externally. It comes out of every pore. But anyways,
Yeah,
so,
that sounds Spaniard to me.
So now that now that that's done, he gets up out of bed. He walks around the ship.
Wait, he braided his hair while in bed?
Yes.
Look, it's a messy braid.
Why not?
It's a messy braid. Give him
where
that.
else is he gonna do it?
Not laying down.
Well, he wasn't laying down. He was sitting up in the bed.
Fine.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I was making that joke.
His hair isn't that long. It's not down to his ass cheeks. Okay.
Yet.
No, that's not happening. I'm not having it go that long.
It won't be up to you if there's wild magic surges.
Oh,
Ta!
God. Well, then I'll have to use my axe to cut my own hair, which is gonna be really bad.
So I heard you were gonna use your ass to cut your own hair.
My axe.
Yeah, your ass cheeks to be platinum.
No. Basically, Orok will be pulling off that Mulan haircut with the instead of a sword, it'll be the axe.
Excuse me, Mulan haircut? What the fuck?
Like really, you're gonna slice your hair with the axe. But anyways, getting back to Orc's time.
Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, I am wandering around the ship, and basically Orok is just, again, he's having the flashbacks, and he's kind of going into himself, trying to figure out what's going on, and, you know, he's still, I mean, based on what you've told him, you know, he knows, but because he's a barbarian, he's not that smart. It's really taking a lot for him to try to understand it.
Give me a perception roll while you're at it.
Okay.
Okay. So, everybody else notices except Orok For some reason, Seer has taken a liking to Orok and is currently imitating him and following him everywhere he goes.
Is Seer the one with the face?
The
skull?
Yeah, the one with the deer skull.
Oh my god.
Oop, those weren't supposed to happen. Oops. Dude. And dude, yes, this one.
Okay.
So, Seer's just walking around imitating you in a bit more than normal because his body, like he's playing on the muscly body type. He's just following around and mimicking your moves and everything.
Oh my god.
You don't notice, however. Everybody else does.
Oh my god. He's that much in his head.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much he's just in his head for the rest of the day, kind of just minding his own business and resting.
What everybody else also notices is whenever Orok's getting a flashback, Seer's suddenly small.
Wait, what? He just gets small?
He gets small. Small and fluffy, like a dwarf.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so much screwed up things about that. Okay. Anyways, that's my day.
Yeah. Naia.
Yeah. So yeah, she'd probably she would gratefully eat the breakfast that Desi has prepared. And the next thing she's going to do, she's going to try and go and find Arden.
So, for the most part, you're seeing, first place you would check for Arden is usually at the main part, pilot's chair. He's not there.
And she'd look around to see if Steer or what was the name of the pilot?
Tana. Tana's the other one who really pilots the ship.
She'd look around to see if she can see any of them.
Tana's the one taking over. She's apparently got a compass out.
She'd just ask Tana if she knows where Arden is.
You might want to look outside. Think he's
Oh god.
think he's busy trying to repair the hull.
In that case, I don't suppose you know if there are any blank books around here that I might acquire for my own use.
There might be some blanks parchment down by the labs.
Do you think he'd mind? I don't want to disturb him in his current state of agitation. Do you think he'd mind if I took a few sheets?
Nah. If we weren't fully stocked on parchment for artificers on board, I think we'd all have all of us. She waves to the other artificers, herself, Doll, and Ramses in the room, would be having fits.
Well, thank you. I hope you wouldn't mind if I just take a little bit.
Go for it.
Thank you. So she'd go down and she'd find a few sort of sheets of parchment and more than just reading today, she's actually going to start to write.
Ooh.
In that she wants to have something to give to Inaris rather than just a memory of what she said. She wants something like in writing. So she's going to start to write like the message, as it were.
Alrighty. How did that work? And roll wise, see just how well you read it.
I mean, this is something that she's studied for 120 years.
Yeah, religion with advantage.
Really quick, I mean, remember when I joked that Naia was Drow Jesus?
Yeah.
Coming to fruition.
Yep.
Jesus didn't write the New Testament.
The New
Dirty
Testament.
20.
Oh, God.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yup. You managed to write something very awe-inspiring to the religious.
And then she's
Okay,
gonna
we know what you're writing. We can
Yeah.
save that for when you get back to the Drunk Dragon.
Yeah. And then she's going to spend, once she's done that, she's going to read the journals.
Apart from the time you're spending with Desi to help him train.
Yeah, apart from the time she's going to spend with Desi. And can I roll something to, with Leonin, and I'm not just saying this because I've got a higher stat in it, with Leonin, because she's trying to understand it more than trying to speak it, it's more like a primal sense. Would that be like a wisdom?
Yeah, it'd be a wisdom. Especially since you're trying to connect Undercommon to Leonin at the same time.
Yeah.
While you're learning from him. So, advantage roll.
On perception?
Wisdom.
Just flat wisdom.
Flat wisdom with advantage.
Flat wisdom with advantage. Gotcha.
Nice.
22.
You're starting to see how body movement becomes a thing with Leonin language.
Okay.
And you find yourself a little sad that you don't have a tail to help with this.
It's just a swish and flick with tail.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I thought I was really, really, really hoping you weren't gonna say it's just a jump to the left, then a step to the right.
Well, if you put your hand on your hips, maybe.
Hey, Macarena! Aye!
All right, before we derail, let's go
All right.
back.
And yeah, she's gonna, and then after that, before she eats Desi's lovely baklava, she will spend the rest of the day studying the books of Syrian.
The next book you open up, and it starts with both her saying that she lost Dak, or it starts with the simple phrase of, "I lost Dak Faden, and this is how." And it goes into the events of a big, like a big tragedy, where she and Dak were forcibly planeswalked away from the plane of Feek to where she pretty much thought Ravnica. She couldn't find Dak; he was missing. But they both ended up. She could guess they both ended up in Ravnica because that's where she ended up. And this was not by choice. This was sort of like a mental pull. And something similar to the kin of someone grabbing a lasso and pulling it around her and dragging her through the blind eternities. She spends the time trying to run around and look for Dak, spending her time and really just asking to see what's going on. And she attempts to planeswalk away because fearing for her life, as one does, and she couldn't. There was a golden shield with a triangle stopping her from practically being able to planeswalk away at all.
Naia, we can hear your typing.
I'm just making notes. I'm literally just trying
Oh,
to
okay. I just want to, because I know Desi has said that about the noise. That's the only reason I brought it up.
You might want to mute up
Okay.
while you're typing. Sorry. And while she was there, and I wish I had some sad music I could play in this moment. Let me see, find something. Ooh, sufficient. So while she was there, she also saw other planeswalkers showing up. A lot of others. Enough to have started gathering crowds of people. And then, one of the major sites in Ravnica, practically the House of Law, exploded into a portal from which hordes and hordes of black-covered undead skeletons would be coming through. all gathering around this big plinth that wasn't there the last time she was there, which a huge dragon by the name of Nicobolus was standing on. And the undead started attacking everyone. A lot of people lost their lives, and she did her best to try and help, but she wasn't close enough to anything to pull off as much. And by the time she even got close enough, she got there in time to see the horror of what was going on, as one of the black skeletons grabbed onto Dak Faden and ripped not only his spark but his life from his body. The pages from this point become warped and matted, as it seems like she was crying throughout the process, detailing how planeswalkers banded together, gods, and many different things eventually ended up saving the day, with the dragon Nicobolus being defeated by one of his own creations. Once the effect of that was stopping her from leaving, she got it out there as fast as possible.
Could you just repeat just a little bit from the bit? Let me just see, because my notes dirt a little bit. From grab his spark and tore his life from his body, warped pages.
Essentially, the rest of the book details how a bunch of planeswalkers got together. One of them took control of one of Bolus's big godlike creatures that were also skeletonized in this this bluish black material, and used that to defeat the dragon.
Okay, and then she left.
And that's where that book ends. Or at least that bit of the story that you can reach to at this night.
Okay.
And we'll turn that music off. You end this night on the somber note, knowing she's been through some shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
And what I just gave you was the absolute super fast rundown of the War of the Spark.
Mm-hmm.
An event that, if you read that correctly, a lot of planeswalkers took place in. A lot of planeswalkers.
Mm-hmm. I know what I'm gonna do next day.
Yay!
Would I have heard the phrase "War of the Spark"? Would I have read the phrase "War of the Spark" in there?
No.
Okay.
That's only the title of the magic book where that story's from.
Okay.
I only gave her perspective of what was going on at the time.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I guess that's where I end my evening.
Oop. Get back to the drawing of shit. Make it red. Shoot. Shoot. Day 8. Ganesh, you're up.
Same thing as yesterday. Do I hear from the rock doves?
Actually, give me a D100 roll.
D100.
I was just typing
In
slash
chat.
roll D100, 1D100.
What?
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 That's either really good or really bad.
I have never seen a nat 100.
What?
So, Ganesh, you are outside waiting for your bird friend as per usual. And
Oh, dear
surprise!
God.
Surprise! You hear a small bird coming up. Hey, boss! Boss! And beyond him, you just notice there's a bigger bird following him.
Hey, kiddo, is this a friend of yours?
So, Let me just put it in this thought process. The bird's as big as Arden's ship.
Well,
I think that's
question
that
mark?
would be good. Yeah, Harry. Gargantuan size. You think that matches good ship size?
Is this a case of a rock falls and everyone dies?
Cough, cough.
Literally
So,
a rock,
a big-
ROC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a rock.
spelled R-O-C, a rock, yeah.
So, Ganesh, you know these things as practically mythic on your world. As this big old bird lined with stone flies on by along with the thing, and the little guy and says, "Ah!" He just hides in your hands. The rock flies over, like just over the legacy, and then dives down back and then flies ahead again.
So I saw rock.
You just saw a rock.
Okay. Dive for lunch.
Practically, it flew over, it dove into the water, it came out with a pretty big chunky meat thing because it was following the small bird. It was like, oh, this thing has food. Oh, that ship isn't edible. No. It goes to get something else and then leaves.
Gotcha.
The bird's
Okay.
like, the bird's like, I made a deal for you. Are you proud?
How about you tell me about it first? But yeah, I got your seeds for you. They're in a bin downstairs.
We can talk inside.
Okay. I go
Hey,
give him a
boss,
bucket of seeds.
we can talk inside, hey?
That's right, 'cause he's a good father. Anyways, go back.
So the great Lord Rock, see here? Nope. He says he will permit your ship to go near the mountain. But he doesn't, he says you are not allowed to park it on it. You will have to take it to the base and climb the mountain as, well, they don't really like big ships hitting the mountain.
Capiche?
It is unnatural, I tell you, he says. He did this whole thing. He wanted to see the ship for himself. A ship that can fly. It's ludicrous. I told him if he does, he could maybe get some food and then go home and honestly tell his friends that there are ships that can fly now.
Okay. So that rock is coming back, and are we gonna talk to him or no?
Oh, no. You may have to take something big to give as an offering, though.
Yeah, I saw him. Okay.
There could be plenty of big things in the swamps. Maybe.
Swamps?
Yeah, just south of Broken Peak.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Here's your seeds, bro. Thank you very much.
Your offering is appreciated. He hops onto whatever small little thing container you have, it just picks it up and then flies out.
Yep. Okay, guys. I've got a message for the crew.
And we'll do that when the crew. We'll make that as a final thing of crew when crew is completely together.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So just keep note. You have a message for crew.
I have a message for crew and one more. Or what is it? Healing potion.
And pretty much this kind of event, everybody would have noticed. One simply does not notice a ship listing out of nowhere due to something small.
Wait,
or due to something huge flying over it.
Right, no, everyone saw the rock, but I wasn't sure if everyone...
No one got to see the big view
that
you got.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, cool. That's my day 8.
Proserpia,
Hello.
you're up.
I want to check in on everybody.
Alright.
I just want to know how people are doing.
So
I don't
who
need.
do you want to pop by first?
I want to pop by the one that scares me the most.
Orok?
Yes.
Peace. I'm out. I leave.
Yes! Next.
Naia.
Let's see. Early in the day, Naia would more than likely be making breakfast.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Breakfast.
So, you gonna help her?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me survival. With
Uh-oh.
advantage,
This is
because Naya's helping. Either
This
that or
is-
Naia, roll the cookie with advantage.
Okay. What's your wisdom?
Not
Good
high. She pulled out a gem from the ship.
It's 0.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to do cooks.
As is my
utensils-
survival.
Cooks utensils with which is wisdom. Yeah.
So, advantage.
I've got proficiency. Hang on. Yeah, proficient. Yeah. Cooks utensils with wisdom and advantage.
Hey! You make an extra delicious meal with the gnome. In short, Proserpia, you offer suggestions and alternate spices that you have learned from being part of the Merchants Guild.
Yay!
Different spices and things that might flavor up the cooking just that tad bit more.
Cool.
Right?
So I'm assuming. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say no. I would smile and thank her.
Yeah.
Okay, so is everybody having breakfast then?
Yeah.
Ooh, so then I can talk to Desi and Ganesh while everybody's here. If we're all sitting around eating.
Yeah. Most of the accounts of what goes on in your personal thread is portions of the day that you are doing for whatever you want to try and achieve during this time.
Yeah.
Downtime.
I was mostly seeing like. Oh, whatever. So with that, then I'd want to work on sign language with Stamatia.
Intelligence roll.
Okay, and I'll hit the right thing this time.
Yeah.
Did I hit the right thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did, and you
Okay.
have learned a bit more. You're now
Yay!
up to 3 words. Although you tend to muddle them every now and then. Arden makes sure to point this out to you as he walks by.
In that case, let me grab Arden and ask him how the hummingbird, how the power source works. I'm sorry.
Okay. So now you can roll Tinker Tools with advantage.
Okay, so
Tinker Tools, Intelligence. Make sure advantage is toggled on your sheet.
how do I do that?
Okay.
Sorry.
You're new. Alright. Character sheet.
Yes.
So at the top here, advantage. Normal, advantage. Normal, advantage. You should be seeing me flipping them on your character sheet right now.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah, normal advantage. Okay, so go to advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Take advantage, and then you come down here to Tinker's Tools.
Yes.
Click.
Okay. Intelligence.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. 16. So you are now getting a theorized summary on mana dynamics and the difference between using varied forms of mana as a coding language. and he goes into the description on the particular model that he's using. He's basing off of Kaladeshian instructions, and how Aether in Kaladesh is really a mixed form of all the different manas, and you would want to have to be careful when you're changing the wiring around, because a single change in wire can drastically change the perception of the device itself. For example, he does a small change. He takes a wire and just connects it to the power source and then connects it to the wings. For example, the change that I just did, he hits it, and the little bird goes zoom a lot faster than it did before.
Oh.
And he pulls out and he brings out a whistle, and it zooms right back. And he takes out that wire, but then connects it to somewhere else. And when he does that, the small bird suddenly not just doesn't zoom off as fast, but now creates a sound sort of vibration around its body that makes it look like it's vibrating. And he lets it go, and he goes towards you. And he says, try to grab it.
I reach out and try and grab it.
Your hand goes through it.
What?
See what I mean?
Fucking phasing.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
awesome.
Then he makes the whistle, it comes back, and he completely disconnects the wire, and then puts back the casing that you made. And there you go.
Okay, so now I know where the wires go.
Sort of. He's practically told you this is how the power source for this particular type works. It's
Okay.
And it would take a couple more days of mana theory and all this other learning that you're going to have to deal with, because your type of artifice you learned was primarily clockwork and taking chemicals and mixing it with clockwork to do things, a la your jar of catapult.
Yes.
Where his catapult is, he takes a small disc, he puts it on something, and then the object suddenly goes pew!
Okay.
And he's like, so the difference is learning from our respective planes. My plane learned how to disassemble and recreate magic as the same way a scientist would with classic physics.
Okay.
So it's gonna take a couple of days of translation, but you'll get it. Trust me.
Cool.
No, not once this entire time has he asked you to figure something out yourself.
Yeah, I know. I keep just doing, and
I think he learned that the hard way.
yeah.
So you pretty much get a crash course in advanced artifice.
Okay, yeah.
From
See, if
Arden.
you keep me tired, if you keep my brain tired, I stay out of trouble.
Yep.
And then we go to Orok.
Wait. You skipped Desi.
All right. Got frizzle, frasm, angry cat noises. Boop, boop, boop. Desi, you're up.
Thank you. So after, because apparently we had breakfast all together. Okay. So he proceeds to practice some more Undercommon with Naia.
All right, roll at advantage.
Okay.
Just during this, can I do the same for the Leonin? Just
Yes.
So we don't have to do it for
Yeah,
the-
because we do that at the same time. Yeah. So what is it again? Intelligence?
Intelligence at advantage for both of you.
Wouldn't mine be wisdom? Didn't we say that mine was wisdom?
Yeah, yours is wisdom. Mine is
Your wisdom to have learned the theory in the process. You're now trying to actually translate.
Yeah.
So
so intelligence. Yeah, at this point, intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a 17. Oh no.
I'm rolling at normal. So
Yeah. So roll
yeah,
again.
roll another.
roll another.
So, Desi, you're picking it up and you're starting to help a lot more with the translation side. from
Mhm.
Leona to Undercommon
Yeah.
specifically now.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm that much better in Undercommon. Okay. Now do I understand more than I can speak with Undercommon at this point?
No, you
Okay.
can. You're almost to you're nearly there to have like really bad Undercommon, even in Leonin.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now is her Leonin like terrible right now?
Thankfully, she rolled a 10, so no,
Okay, so
Not
it's not like
Just-
grating to my ears. Okay, got it.
not
Well, no,
bad, but no improvement.
I mean, didn't we say that it's like it's not a case of Naia just does not have the vocal apparatus to speak. I'm just trying to understand, which is why it was like wisdom, which is why we said it was wisdom.
Well,
Oh
no,
yeah,
yeah. So why don't you do a wisdom at advantage then? At this point, then let's try that. Since
wisdom.
DM, is that all right?
You tried to translate. Your middle on that. You're practically going meow.
Yeah.
Still.
yeah.
But let's give that. Do you actually understand him now?
Wisdom just flat wisdom.
At
Mhm.
advantage, right?
Yep.
18.
Naia, you're starting to understand Leonin.
Okay.
Cool. So after that, and again, I polished Zorf. Let's see here. What I named my yes I did. Did I name my Warhammer Zorf? You know, the undercommon word for squash. Yes, I did. Let's see here. Hold on. There is something else. Okay. Where is it? Yeah. Let's see here. I would say during this lesson, this is when Desi learns the undercommon for disappointment. Falkipus. Which is actually the word for disappointed. So he gets the idea so that from now on, when he smites, he's going to yell Falkipus. So that disappointed.
I'm not mad. I am not
disappointed.
mad. I am only disappointed.
Yeah. Since being disappointed hurts more from parental being. Let's see here. Okay, so that's the afternoon. Desi is going to read the last book that Naia read.
Aww.
Because he saw it evoke something in Naia, so now he's kind of curious.
Okay.
You don't have to repeat what was in the book, but
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to repeat because we know that it's the sad. And I'll say that reading this, Desi can't stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really can't stop crying that Karg has to basically hold him. Then I'll say like towards the evening, more towards the evening before dinner, he starts looking for Arden.
You'll find him in partially working with Proserpia in the middle of a lecture on mana theory.
So basically, he quietly steps in, a little confused as to what this mumbo jumbo technologic magic words. I'll find word in Leona for this. Confusion. But no, and then he goes, but it's visible to both Proserpia and to Arden that he's been crying. And he begs forgiveness at first and then just gives Arden a hug.
There.
And he
Pat on the head.
and he goes, and he basically whispers into Arden's ear. Promise me that you will never die on me. Promise me that you'll never let your spark and your life be pulled out of you. Would Arden know what he's talking about?
The fact that you specifically say spark and life pulled out of him, he is, he's trying not to let it show. Let's just hold up. In front of Proserpia.
Yeah. And then he continues to whisper, I would like to talk. If you have a moment, you and I need to talk. Oh, you're trying to see how much composure you have?
Yeah, it's
And you failed.
No, because I clicked the wrong roll. That was
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
He
18.
composed himself pretty well.
Okay, all right. So he asks Arden for a moment when he's done teaching Proserpia the artificer way of magic and the magic sciences.
Arden simply says, "In Leon, later."
How much do I know what's going on? Like, how much am I picking up?
We're speaking in Leonin.
Oh, okay.
All you're hearing is
Rawr, 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 meow.
yeah.
No, it's roar, 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 meow, meow, roar, 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 meow, and then
Literally,
meow.
Yeah.
Later.
But you physically see, you do see that Desi is shaken and's been crying.
Arden is coming off as indifferent.
And basically Desi will pets he turns to Proserpia and he says, "Now no more pulling gems from sheep." You correct?
We're getting to
Sure.
that bit.
And
What?
then he kind of like feigns a smile and just kind of walks away to kind of wait for Arden.
Arden just
Can I chase after Desi to see if he's okay?
He does.
Arden-
Yeah.
Or is
Arden
it just like stoic
Arden-
now?
You're attempting to chase after him, but a big fluffy tail is there to stop you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, "No, don't." No, it's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when it gets to it.
Yeah.
Back to studying.
Back to studying.
Okay.
And will that be your day, Desi?
Yeah. Basically, it'll end with him waiting for Arden.
Okay. Orok, you're up.
Okay, so Orok wakes up and he's starting to become very comfortable on the ship. So because of that, he decides to go get breakfast in nothing but his loincloth, and that's it. He gets there, sits down, starts to eat, notices Proserpia try to come up and say hello. And he's already got some meat in his mouth, and I'm going to replicate that with my chicken that I just got for dinner. Yes.
Sufficient milk.
This is
And
amazing.
Proserpia just totally turns around and runs away.
I love when they do this trope in shows where you see the same scene, in two different cameras. Oh my god, I love it.
And Orok just sort of looks confused, shrugs, and go back to inhaling the food he's eating. And he goes back to his room, grabs his axe, and decides he's gonna go out to the deck of the ship and practice again with his axe.
Roll me another perception.
Okay. Wrong screen. Oh my god. Let's see.
Okay. Continuing on. Will that be the rest of your day?
Towards later on in the night, I would say the evening, he rests and sort of just tries to. I'm not sure if barbarians would do this, but maybe meditate or just sit and try to take in nature around him, since that's kind of like his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, barbarians can do whatever you want them to do.
I just get the idea that he would be like, even though he's not a very zen person, like he was born in the wild, so he kind of like can sort of, so he just does that.
What's the Japanese?
And that would be the end of my day.
Okay. Nah, you're up.
Okay. So she's gonna try and write some more.
All right. So let your natural roll from previous go over with that.
Okay. She's gonna study some more. Would she at some point during the day she would have seen? Would she have seen like the interaction between Desi and Arden?
More than likely, the ship's not all that big. It's big, but but being able to walk from one place to another and see something happen at the same time. Yeah. You could even barely understand most of the Leonan that was being said.
Yeah. So she's probably going to try and like catch up to Desi at some point and go, Desi, I think we need to speak to Arden. Give me a hand. I don't really know about Leonin dishes, but you could maybe help me make something nice for him. Just so that, because I think that I need to speak to him as well about this.
Desi would be wiping the tears from his face, trying to keep composure, because he already knows that she knows because they read the same book. So first he would explain that the type of Leonin that Arden is more like a mountain cousin. So they wouldn't be eating the exact same foods, but he could guess a food that might be for the mountain kind of Leonin. So he remembers something that Ajani once made for his siblings and him, and decides, Arden's Whitefur, Ajani is Whitefur, they might like the same thing. So that's what I can make something up. That's like.
So you're gonna make him sort of a Naian meal.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say that if he can give me advantage on that.
Yeah, because it's something that I was taught to do. Yeah, I was taught by Johnny how to make this food. The siblings and myself were taught how to do this.
But that's gonna come last. Is gonna be our, as quote unquote, dinner with Arden.
Yeah.
She's gonna spend the day reading the next volume.
Okay. Let me mute.
All right. So day one. The next volume is the last volume. And it, for the most part, in the beginning, begins with her planeswalking away from Ravnica and landing here. And she ended up in the capital city of Grimhara to start. And she actually found this place pretty pleasant at first. She's having words about how she never wants to go to another world as long as she lives, and how she doesn't want to try and she wants to cut herself off from her spark. So she spent the good better part of a year in the book following up on this world, and like not even touching her spark. She spent a life become like not essentially joining the Heroes Guild because she finds bending your magic to the will of gods little on the suspect side. She's been to Theros, so not exactly a great idea. So she took time to farm, learn the magics, and pretty much think, oh goodness, there's still like major wars going on here with the Drow having recently gone through their whole thing. Like she came in at the tail end of that, and she spent this whole time just trying to do her best, trying to find Drow at first and help them, or help any people that she could, because she's already having survivor's guilt of having survived the stuff that happened on Ravnica. And from there, she's gone from Longbarrow to the Helmet of Linley. Like she's witnessed just how badly kobolds were treated, despite them being the entire species of kobolds on this plane are artificers in their own right. There was the event of the first like underground railway that was going on. She wanted to take part of that, but then things started going sour, and that railway was unfortunately destroyed in what she suspects was pretty bad. Uh, uh, she didn't suspect it to be, let's say, fair play in that manner. And then the more she realized, the longer she was on this world, the more she realized she couldn't do anything to help it. And then she started getting sick. Not physically sick, just she didn't want to be here anymore. She wanted to travel. It was in her nature. She just wanted to get out. And then she tried. And tried. And tried again. Every time her spark ignited, she would find herself walking through what she thought was the blind eternities at first, but she would end up back on this material plane every time, the same place. And she didn't understand it. So then she tried to planeswalk again, and she ended up nearly drowning because she ended up in the elemental plane of water. Planeswalking back, she found herself suddenly in the elemental plane of earth with genies and the like. Then she tried planeswalking again, and every time it was still this one world. She didn't understand it. And then she tried to go further. And some of the pages here become splotched with ink because her most recent planeswalk attempt was past the Shadowfell. Her body couldn't handle it because the planeswalk itself took so much energy out of her that she couldn't. She could barely muster enough energy to come back. She said that attempt nearly left her in such rags that she could barely walk or speak. She had thankfully she had some connections who kept her and healed her, but she didn't seem to understand, so she did her research. And she tried one more, and she didn't try planeswalking again, but she started researching why this plane wouldn't let her go. And that's when she came across what the gods did to this world, with its champions and its multiple arcane locks and its rule of law. And because of that, she came up with the plan to take the champions, or at least enough of them, grab the essences of the gods together, and she was going to detonate it. Detonate all those essences all at once to break the shell of this world, so that she could finally leave. At this point, she stopped giving a damn because she knew she was locked. Once again, like she was on Ravnica. And she's desperately trying to get out. And that's where the journal ends. Oh, right. It doesn't end just there. The final part of the book is the plan will be starting tonight as I go for the first champion. And that's about the time when y'all got in on her.
When who? Sorry.
Y'all,
When we met her,
all of you.
she got
when
the first champion.
Basically, the first champion
Fire.
is Eric Marin's song.
Oh, the
Yep.
first champion was Eric Marinson. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, having read this, Naia's practically in tears as well, but she's gonna forge herself together and she's gonna write out an invitation to Arden, and give it to one of the Mir just to. Is there like a room that would be suitable for kind of quote unquote dining room?
Not really, unless you want to use the bridge.
Why not?
We have the deck.
We've got the deck. Yeah, let's
There's
use
also the deck.
let's use the deck. And I would kind of try and the Mir can understand common writing. Yeah.
Yeah, they can understand common just fine.
They can understand common. Okay.
They can, in fact, if they really wanted to, they could understand any language.
So I'd give them this invitation to Arden to meet me and Desi on the deck, and I'd communicate to the Mir to have like a table set out with some nice furnishings. I know that it's his, but it's like she's going to try and like make up something nice for him to eat, like just because we need to talk about this.
Ganesh, are you gonna try to gather people as well?
Oh. I
Just
don't know.
a whole
I
10
yeah.
feet up on the deck. That's all this planning's going on.
Yeah, I guess I come up from where I was talking to the bird, and I don't know, who do I run into along the way? Everyone's in their own little corners.
True, but all those corners are branches from the singular path. So in other words, you'd be walking down the hall, Orok would be in his room, then you go past a little further, Arden and Proserpia are busy talking there, and then if you go to the top, you'll see Desi and Naia on the deck. So the
Sure.
best be like, hey, need to gather folks. We got info about where we're going.
I mean, I was thinking, could we have the little dinner with Arden first?
You can try, but it would be they'd step out during that.
I would say I think what Desi would suggest is that dinner can wait. Let's first find out what Ganesh has to say, and then we can.
Something I would have brought up at dinner.
Yeah, but this is a
dinner chat.
But isn't this like a private dinner between Arden and the two of us?
Yeah, but the rest of us got to eat, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to not split the party with important information.
No. I'm just trying to understand the logistics of what's going on. Because I'm a little confused at what's going on. Are we feeding everybody, or
I think it's more that Naia and Desi are the ones who can who know what's going on.
least as far as background noise.
At least as far as
And-
background noise. And
Yeah.
And can actually go to Arden, look, let's just have a really nice, quiet conversation over dinner. Over a really nice dinner. Just... And because Naia can relate, because she's come to this world. She can relate to Sire as well. She's come to this world and her entire race is, like, almost destroyed. And so that's like it's. I don't want to take over in that sense, but so if we do Ganesh's thing first, because I think that Naia, like, kind of dinner with Arden, and it's like
So here,
I don't want to exclude anyone else, but
the
like,
party has dinner together. Naia and Desi invite Arden off after
For the for a special, for the special,
for a talk.
for a talk.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Arden's been
Cool.
taking on to night flank since he's been training people during the day.
Yes, I think that's the best option. Yeah, Naia cooks a lovely dinner for everybody with Desi's help.
So we'll start with the bit where the group is together
Mm-hmm.
and munching on dinner, where Ganesh.
So guys, a little birdie told me, and just before any of you pull some shit, it's not funny. A bird literally told me.
Desi would still laugh because it's just funny.
So that enormous rock we saw blast the ship, that's the fucker in charge of the mountain. And he says we shouldn't land the ship on the mountain. And that's all I got from the bird. So the bird said that we should park at the base of the mountain, go into the swamps, get some huge sacrifice to give to Mr. Rock, and then climb up the mountain with the sacrifice to Mr. Rock, and then I guess we look for the dudes.
I mean, we don't actually need to park the ship. And she kind of looks and she smiles, and you can tell this is not a mocking tone, but a genuine kind of, if you're as good pilots as you say you are, we can get close enough and we can just drop down onto the top without ever touching the mountain.
That's what I was thinking, but since I was talking to a bird, not the rock, I didn't want to go there, and I figured based on the size of him, we should follow the spirit as well as the letter of the law. But yeah, I'm with you. I was like, well, yeah, if I've been talking to the rock, yeah, we don't have to land on the thing. I'll just,
What's the name of this thing, bud?
Mr. Rock.
Mr.
The Rock.
The Rock.
ROC.
It's an ROC.
ROC. ROC.
So just say
It's
rock,
a type of bird.
then.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's just like
Okay.
gargantuan. Just think of a really massive mountainous eagle.
Yeah, we're not talking about Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Not what I meant. Okay, so Orok chimes in and goes, "Why do we need to give this thing a sacrifice? Why don't we just kill it if it's so strong?"
On that, my friend, I will stop you.
So remember,
Did
they
you
have
see
it-
that thing?
We do not have to kill everything we meet.
He wants to kill anything that's big and strong to test his strength. So that's his.
And that's
Hey,
why
you
Desi
wanna-
says no.
Desi,
says
Desi,
no.
you're not one to talk. You want to have sex with every bird you pass.
True.
I am not
true.
the one that pulled the gem out of ship and almost killed us.
So the bird told me that the only reason it didn't eat us this afternoon was because the hull was inedible. So I'm inclined to kiss the rock's ass.
Orok just.
And wait a second. When did Desi want to hump a bird? I'm just kind of curious where this came from.
It was like bird out of like gangster 1920s, like, you know, that bird.
Bird as in...
No, but for Desi, when you say that, he thinks literal bird.
Yeah,
And
that's
so,
why it's hysterical.
yeah, Desi doesn't understand this colloquialism that you use.
So I don't know what to do about the sacrifice. I don't super care. I'm with Naia in that I really don't want to spend a whole 2 days finding some big fucking piece of meat and then humping it up the mountain just so we can, appease a rock that might eat us anyway.
What exactly
Technically,
did he say he wanted as far as a sacrifice?
Sounds like, well, when he was flying by, he took a look at us, beelined us for it, and then looked at the hull and then said, "Fuck it." Dove down 10,000 feet in like 2 seconds and brought up some whale-looking thing. I don't know what the fuck it was, but
I
it
am
looked big.
not carrying a whale up a mountain.
Maybe we can get the rest of that whale thing.
I have a suggestion. Don't we have a technical bag of holding?
We do.
So humping this massive thing will not be task if in bag of holding. It'll be more like dropping massive mic.
Tana, who's happening to walk by inside there. I mean, something as big as a cow should be good enough to appease him.
See, there you go.
Oh, idea.
Okay.
Orok starts laughing in a very sinister way. And he goes, "What about all those orcs we killed?"
You ate them.
No, I ate one. I didn't eat the rest of them.
We're not giving a monster bird maggoty orc. It's been sitting on the deck for 3 days.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it has
By the
not.
time
No,
we
it
get
has
to
not.
the mountain, it's gonna be
No,
3
no, it
days.
hasn't been. No, it hasn't because the Kobold Wrecking Crew cleaned it up. So most likely it's in some sort of contraption to keep it fresh.
What you didn't eat got thrown off the side of the bloody ship.
Oh, then never mind.
Okay,
It's not
cool.
there.
Yeah.
It's not there then.
I will not have rotting orc carcass sticking off my damn ship, damn it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, now we gotta go find meat.
Yeah. As much as I like your plan, Orok, I am not going to advocate convenient genocide.
They're already dead.
Not the ones we have to go find to kill.
No, I'm not.
Let's just get a cow.
I thought we
We'll
had
get
meat. That's why I mentioned it. Oh my god.
Well, Naia's all for it. A bunch of orcs murder her people. And Kark's just sitting in the background like, well, you had it coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go to the plains.
Naia's not for. Naia's just like, let's just get a cow.
Okay.
We'll have to go to the plains for a cow because we're not gonna find one on a mountain.
Well, I mean, the mountain's in a swamp, so gator?
Yeah, just
Ew.
we
Gator?
can find something. We can find something there. That's not the issue.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
find a
let's-
rat of unusual size.
No, too
Wow.
sandy. Too sandy.
Finding an appropriate sacrifice, let's face it, is not the issue here. The issue is whether or not we can just fly up and then drop off at the top.
I believe that we should still pay the toll to go to mountain that is not our home.
Oh no, I completely agree with you, Desi. That's what I'm saying is
We
that
do
we
not.
should
Yeah.
we provide a great sacrifice, but we do not touch the mountain. And then we just drop off at the top without touching the mountain.
I propose then we do both. We find meat of unusual size and then drop off at top without landing at top.
Connor shrugs. I don't see why not.
No,
It's not like it's called Broken Peak for nothing.
We can hang it off the side like they did in Jurassic Park with the net.
Again, I propose maybe we can put it in bag of holding.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you? I do not want to be target of maybe a different rock stealing the present that we have for the rock that we are paying
Indeed.
homage to.
I mean, I'll be honest, that rock climbing holds little fear for me right now. Although once a day. But I can understand.
So are we agreed?
So we get a gate.
Is
We
it
get a
possible?
gator and
Sorry, what was that, Dusty?
No, I was gonna say, is it possible that maybe we could use Naia's flying ability and sort of use that to get down to the mountain?
Well, that's what I was thinking, mate.
Yeah, but how long? Doesn't that last just a minute?
All you have to do is park just like a little bit off, as long as you don't hit it.
No, I mean, doesn't your flying only last for a minute?
It does, but a minute can be quite a long time in terms of...
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
D&D time doesn't work like regular time. Yeah, got it.
She could also kind of like swoop down like a hawk, and that would.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. No,
We're down.
I mean, a minute's plenty of time if you're just falling and not dying. At the end.
Yeah. The wings are to make sure we don't land at that
Right.
speed.
Yeah. Well, and Proserpia has feather fall, so you know.
Well, good for her.
If Proserpia's got Featherfall, we can all just jump off the ship and then...
But it only goes 60 feet.
It doesn't matter. That goes 60 feet. That encompasses all of us.
Yeah.
And we just land like boop.
Okay.
Yeah, we just hold hands like this huge gay
Like
pride
Kuba-
parade
like-
falling out of the sky.
Okay. All right. So are we all agreed?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I would like to proceed to the, if we can, to the conversation between Naia, Arden, and Desi.
You conclude your dinner. You finish cleaning. You pull out the special meal that you have created for the captain/pilot of the ship. As you go upstairs, and you do find him in the midst of talking with Ramses while he's pointing out different locations. The ship just... Oh, he's around the main dais, and you see that it's got like a map shown on it right now, and with the destination, he's like, I think we got about 2 more days till we get to the mountain.
So at that point, Desi would quickly waft the scent of this special Ajani-style meal over towards Arden to see if he picks up the scent.
Arden turns around, so just a moment of, Goldmaid, what are you doing? Wait.
Surprise!
You made Nyan food. Okay.
It's a special food that Ajani teach me and my siblings.
Yeah, but...
I didn't. I bet with it.
Yeah, and you nearly gave me a heart attack thinking we trapped another planeswalker on this world.
You're welcome.
He takes the plate. Thank you. No.
Naia kind of looks at him. Desi. Sorry, not Desi. Arden. And she waits until he's taken like the first bite and like waits for his reaction.
What? It's good. What? It's good.
And
Mouthful,
that's
swallows,
when
jabs.
yeah. That's when well, before you do that, that's when Desi looks over to Naia and goes, "See, I told you, white cat, like mountain food."
She smiles up at him.
I would have been equally as happy with some Ravnik and coffee. Or
Arden,
booze.
what happened on Ravnica?
He's immediately quiet, and he just takes another bite of the food and sits himself back on the dais. He's like, not something that we should be worried about now.
I think we need to know because we're facing somebody who was there.
That much is known already.
And if we're going to have a chance of maybe talking her out of this without killing her, I don't want to kill her. I don't want to kill her, Arden.
I do not want to kill her either. She has suffered.
We all suffered on Ravnica.
And that's when Desi will cut him off really quick and you were there. I can see in your eyes.
He's like, of course I was there. Have any idea what it's like being forcibly pulled to a different world without your ability to say no?
That's when Desi pulls him in and just kind of like holds him.
He just pushes Desi off. No.
Yes, and still holds him. You act so strong in front of us to keep composure. Now, where it's just the three of us. We understand you. We may not have been through the same thing, but we know your story. Please.
Fuck. Hold up, fuck, damn it. GM's got cheers.exe. One moment.
Sorry.
Arden, my entire race is dead here, almost. I guess maybe I can relate to something. I can relate to her at least.
Arden pushes off and he's like... He forcibly actually manages to go full-on shove.
Okay.
And he's like... For me, it was worse. The day that happened was the test flight of the Legacy. I trapped Tana and Dahl on a world and had no idea how to save them. I had no idea if I could even get to them. I left them alone. They aren't planeswalkers. They can't do what I did. And then I was like them on a world where people like me were being hunted for what? Some stupid dragon to become quote-unquote godly?
I can relate to being hunted, my friend.
Desi just puts his hand on Arden's chest, like kind of like a symbol of like your pain, kind of like your pain is my pain. I see it, and it is now mine as well. And he's just he's like really like he's just tearing up because at this point his brother is in pain, and after hearing Soraya Keen's story, it's like he wants to end all this pain. Like it hurts him that he can't just take this pain away, but he will hold this pain as well. And then he kind of looks Arden in his eyes and just, even though he's teared up, he kind of wipes his eyes a little bit and just pounds his own chest and just kind of like says in Leonin that your pain is my pain. It is now our pain. It is no longer just your burden.
Naia would nod as well.
Yeah, at this point you would understand that gesture.
She would nod. I have seen in this world things that I could not imagine. I have seen my people destroyed, reduced to nothing. And I thought at first it might be hopeless, but there is always a spark as long as we are all here.
I'm just. We had friends. He just stops and he's like, you would think seeing someone destroyed that utterly would stop that pain of losing someone.
The pain of losing someone never goes away, Arden. I've lived 120 years, and I know that.
He grabs onto the plate and munches. It's just like, look, I already know we weren't gonna kill her. So we're gonna need to save this world from not falling apart after.
We're gonna need her help for that.
I have an idea.
Maybe, but I think that from what I've read, she's the one who started this. She's the only one who can really stop it.
At first, we need. I know this may be difficult, brother, but is it possible, just possible, to maybe offer her safe passage on ship?
It is.
With the bargain of helping us fix this world and the mess.
It is if you can convince her.
Because I do not want to just banish her. Like, what lesson can she learn just from being removed? She'll only repeat the same mistake in another place. So I think we should offer her a safe passage on this ship, and get her safely off this plane, and not alone, but with new friends that understand her pain. And my dearest Naia, I think it is time we teach the others of her pain. Maybe they might see this way of helping her without removing her forcefully.
I think so.
I no longer think she is a bad person. I just think she is misguided in her pain.
I think she is desperate. And desperate people do terrible, terrible things.
So I'm going to suggest, at this point, can we yada yada the rest of this conversation, so we can take a 10-minute break?
Yeah,
I'm good with
definitely. I need to wipe my eyes, damn it.
Aww.
Fuck you.
Well, no. This was an intense emotional scene. So go ahead
I
and
teared up a little.
yeah. So go ahead, Arden. Go ahead.
No, Ari didn't mean it sarcastically.
No. I know. He meant.
No,
he meant for real. Yeah, I know. No, I was like, oh, when Arden was like, give me a moment, I knew you were really crying. So go ahead, Arden, and yada yada us into a break.
Time for a break. Y'all go to sleep.
Yay.
Okay, so that's the end of day 8. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute the group. All right, so everyone, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So meaning at 9 p.m., we will be right back. All right, everyone, and we're back. I'm going to go ahead and transition us back to the map. And I'm going to go ahead and also bring in everyone. And here we go. Everyone, they can now hear you again.
Yay!
Yay! We are here. We are here.
So we are now on day 9.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone.
And we begin the day with Ganesh.
Hey everyone. I missed
What-
that. What's going on?
Good question. What are you doing this day?
What am I doing this day?
Yeah,
Same
you've relayed your information on the previous day, and
Yeah.
now you're on the next day.
Do I find Pigeon again? Or whatever.
He's already flown off with his pay.
Okay.
Little mob pigeon's done his job.
Yeah. Well, he never told me if he had actually found the 2 sorcerers we were looking for. But whatever.
This is true. Mostly because he probably got stopped by the god pigeon.
The God Pigeon. Okay. Yeah, got like.
I wanted to reference the rock as the god pigeon.
Yeah, the God Pigeon. That's a good one. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything cool going on? Nope. Do my same old shit. Send out some birds, get some mats, make a potion, chill. Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Is this perception sniffy?
It could be. Roll at an advantage.
Okay. Perception. There.
Okay. So you do notice while you're doing potions and everything, the horrid stench of sort of dying flesh, kinda,
Ew.
mixed with plant life and flowers, somehow. Just
Mm.
the stench of nature is around you. And then it's next to you. And it's looking over your shoulder, watching how you make potions.
Can I help you? Sprite of Bog Death?
The seer. Seer's just tilts its head. It's just curious.
Oh, yeah. See, the bird gets me these things here, and then you gotta take the stems off, and I'm making a healing potion.
You
And
proceed to teach Seer how to make healing potion.
yeah. Sure.
He's very interested. He starts mimicking your motions. You end up creating 2 potions this day.
Sweet! Yay! Thank you, Seer!
With the help of your tutelage of Seer.
Yay! You have any idea how useful these things are, Seer? Thank you so much.
Following that up, we now move to Proserpia.
I'm gonna work on some sign language.
Alrighty. Intelligence roll.
Where is it?
So to give me intelligence
Here we
and
go.
give me a wisdom roll now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give you intelligence and then give you wisdom?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay. And then...
Alright. So you're not even realize that you're doing it at first, but you already start beginning to talk to them in sign language. In the mere
Cool.
sign language. Put in proficiency mere sign language.
Okay.
Or I can do that for ya.
Oh, okay.
Since
Probably for the best.
you just go here, you hit this plus. Mere Fine. Then, boom.
Thank you.
You now has proficiency of the mere sign language.
Yay!
Primarily because you rolled an nat 20, and because of your wisdom being so high, you start using it without even thinking about it.
Okay.
What else do you do within the day?
What do I do? Maybe I'll take some time to reflect on my previous behaviors and and apologize to Arden.
You do find that Arden is nowhere to be found on the ship. And as you try to look for him, the only last place you can think of is down in the engine. But the moment you try, a mirror made out of pure dark steel steps in your way. And boops you on your nose. But
Okay.
as far as you can tell, Arden's nowhere on the ship other than down there. Or at least that's the only place you can think to look now. Because you probably checked his room, you checked the deck, nothing.
What about outside the ship?
You've checked.
Oh.
More so, we're saying you've gone through and you've tried to look through the entire ship. You could do a search check, but the result will be the same.
Yeah. Okay.
He's in the one place you can't get to right now.
Yeah. I am going to use my craftsman skills to artfully create an I'm sorry card to give to Arden to pass to one of the mirror to give to you.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
it's
Let's see. Okay, close enough I can think for that would be either jeweler's tools, since you don't have anything to like write calligraphy. Apart from that, if you want to do it straight up, just do an intelligence check.
Well, I was thinking some like laser
Or
cut
charisma
type.
Oh, then jeweler's tools for sure.
Oh, okay. So.
Jeweler's tools, charisma. How sincere is this apology?
Oh no.
You think it's great. You will not find out what he thinks about this.
That's good.
So, is that most of the day?
Aside from needing to be drawn up, do I have to do any more work on my my dude?
Your dude's practically built. The only reason I'm saying
Okay.
it's taking you a moment is because I didn't create the character sheet for him yet.
No, I know. I was just wondering if there was anything that I could, like, additional that I could do, or if it was just...
Quick question regarding... Maybe this might be a suggestion. She did have a negotiation with Hagnar. Could she help Hagnar build hers?
Yep.
That was the thing I remembered earlier that I promptly forgot. I would love to help Hagnar.
Hagnar, I would like to have your help, please. Just one of the few times she's showing vulnerability, you also notice that there's nobody else around.
Okay.
She's not her usual. No, she's two cobalt claws together like, help?
Basically, imagine her right now holding two pieces of her construct, not being able to figure out what you did with those two pieces. And, like, help, please.
You know when people put their two forefingers together?
Pretty much like that. Yeah, that's her.
Except I'm imagining her holding two fingers. One, finger, like a finger from the constructs.
Yes.
She's holding two of the constructs. Just like,
yeah.
help.
Yeah, because her...
Yes.
Yeah. Is it okay if I reveal what construct that she's building to Proserpia?
It's still going to be labeled as the clockwork construct.
Yeah,
So-
but can I tell her what the shape is?
The model, yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to build the dragon.
She's trying to have the clockwork construct look like the little dragon
The
picture
little
in
dragon,
the Civil
yeah.
Codex.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what she's trying to build.
No fingers then.
No, but
Nothing
no,
with
no,
anyway.
it's the claws.
Claw
It's two
digits.
claws. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
two claws. Yeah.
She's just
Cool.
like, I can't wrap my head around clockwork. Help.
Oh. Okay, so how far along do we get?
You've already created the prototype of yours. The only difference is, the best part about the Clockwork Companion is the modular design.
No, I
So-
meant Hagnar's.
Oh yeah, you pretty much get up to the same level. All you really need is to put the armor on the thing, and it would be done.
Cool. Okay.
So, like I'm having it be a joint session with the
Yeah,
two
I get
tiny
it. I forgot.
artifactors.
So if they need armor, I've got all of that hellstone and everything. Do I have enough time?
Smithing tools.
What happened?
Smithing tools.
Oh,
you have
okay.
proficiency with
Yes.
those.
Okay. Here we go. Can I hit it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it smithing tools plus intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay. Well.
You try to forge the hellstone. Okay, so this is some hard stuff, and ching, you broke the brick in two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now we both have hellstone. So
Fantastic.
no hellstone armor for your little clockwork companion yet.
Okay.
Okay. I guess will that be it for your day? Because that and the learning the mere sign language and creating the card, that would be pretty much good enough for actions.
Yeah, it's a pretty full day.
Alrighty. Desi, you're up.
And we're
Desi.
doing.
Unmute.
You're muted.
I'm chewing. Sorry. Let's see here. Wake up in the morning feeling very Greek. Basically, actually, this time in the morning, what Desi would be doing is taking a couple hours to practice some more Undercommon with Naia and teaching her a little bit more Leonin.
Alright, so for you, same deal as Proserpia. Give me that intelligence and the wisdom roll now.
Okay, just regular straight up.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, God.
Okay.
Please. Intelligence.
Can I give him advantage?
Wisdom. No. No, this is fine.
Where's the
Can I-
womp womp noise?
Yeah,
I was gonna
please.
say, can I give him advantage to those rolls?
One moment. I don't get to use this often.
Okay, so because everyone else can't see, I just rolled a 10 and a 2. A
So-
10 on intelligence and a 2 on wisdom.
So yes, he will get advantage on this, but somebody dropped. Oh, someone dropped off.
I still
screen noise.
I still think it's hilarious though.
So you will get advantage on this, but just because I want to make the joke of what this
Yeah,
did,
please do.
you got so excited that you forgot words and then you tried to stammer them out all at once.
Poof.
Like you got excited that you knew how to pull out a proper sentence and then it went bad.
Yeah, that's
Also
exactly
bad.
how it would sound. Yeah, that's exactly how it would sound. And very, very, very badly pronounced. Yeah, and he just stands there very proud. I did it.
Now-
Yes.
Now,
Roll-
Naia, care to give him his advantage and say, no, darling.
Yeah, no, come on, sweetheart. You can do better than
Okay,
that.
so now I'll roll the second ones. Okay, good. Okay, here you go. Intelligence and wisdom. Oh, that's way better. It's a little bit
Add
better.
proficiency under common.
Yay! Okay. Yay.
You've been training on this for a lot longer, and it's been at least a week for you in character.
Yeah. All right. So let me see here. Got proficiency. Oh, there it is.
Naia, at the same time, would you give me that intelligence and wisdom?
Can I give her? Can I give her advantage as well?
I'm doing the same thing for this.
Oh, you're doing
time
the same thing. Oh, I love this. Go ahead.
Okay, so just at normal the first time.
Yes.
Okay, so wisdom first.
Yep. And your intelligence.
Oh.
So, you figured out how to somewhat pull off the language, but you definitely understand Leona now.
Okay.
Like, you'd be able to pick up on the subtleties. If you heard Arden and Desi talking.
Okay. Can I roll again, just as a maybe to see if it gets a little bit more? So can I add a language proficiency for Leona?
Yes.
Okay.
You may not be able to speak it
Yeah, no,
super fluently, but
well, that's the thing, is that it was always going to be that she just doesn't have the apparatus in her vocal cords to actually speak it. It was more. It was going to be like Han and Chewbacca, like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So we've got that whole thing.
Especially when it comes to the big old roars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! Now she'll know what he's saying when he's cursing the gods.
That's fine.
Out of character. That's the player saying this, but yeah.
Alrighty. So Desi, what else you doing with your day? And
Okay,
no need to re-roll, Harry.
Yeah, no need.
Or Naia.
So this okay. So great. I now know Undercommon. Excitedly, he goes to everyone and just starts just happily just kind of saying random Undercommon words as he's walking through the ship. And I'm sure people think that he's lost his mind. You
also, for some reason, can't find Arden wherever you look, and then when you attempt to go down to see if you can find him in the engine room, you are stopped by the newly formed black dark steel mirror just standing there.
Desi is so impressed. He looks at him, and you know what's gonna happen. And so is this number 21?
Yep.
Give me just a moment. Here we go. Let me see here. Oh, I know. I got the perfect name.
Oh no.
Now, how tall is this one?
He is the same size as the rest of the mirror. But if you try to move him, you find you can't.
No, I mean, he's not going to try and move. He's not going to try and move this one. He just looks at him. He looks at this dark steel mirror, and just in awe and just wonderful and just gushing over him, kissing him on the forehead. Oh, my newest, sweetest child. Oh, I am so much in awe in you are, from now on you are Orpheus.
What?
Orpheus.
Orpheus.
It means the darkness of the night.
Oh no. Just you for some reason just get the sensation that somewhere down below you somewhere somebody has face palmed.
Now I gotta write this name down, sorry.
Orpheus means
the darkness of the night.
It's also
It does?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
okay.
also the Greek god of dreams?
Yes, it's the Greek god of dreams, yes.
No, that's Morpheus.
That's Morpheus.
Ah.
Yeah, this is Orpheus.
Orpheus is the legendary
bar-
musician, poet,
yeah.
and prophet of ancient Greek legend. He's the one
I
who
understand.
had Eurydice as the.
I understand that, but the name means the darkness
yeah.
of the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one who couldn't follow the simplest fucking instructions ever given to anyone
Ever.
in any Greek myth ever.
I haven't thought about it like that,
But
Like,
it's
I thought it was a
true.
really stupid myth to start with, but yeah.
But
Oh,
okay,
no.
but getting back to my new child Orpheus,
Oh,
and he literally sits there face to face and has, I would say, we'll have a 2-hour conversation, just talking about how magnificent of a child he is, and how he looks so strong and so well built, and
you
and just
notice at some point he's just leaning over as another mirror's walking by, and the other mirror's just like shrugs, go with it. Is this guy for real? Yeah.
Yeah. You are now my child, Orpheus. You are. Yeah. So yeah, I need to write down number 21, Dark Steel Mirror, Orpheus.
You also now get a feeling there are more children Arden has not shown you.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, at this point he wants to make sure that at this point he goes. That means if there's one more, if there's number 21, there has to be more.
Proserpia, you have an inkling if you ever, if you remember from the thing, there are way more mirror.
Yes. Many.
So at this point, oh wait, but hold on, but wait, there's more. Let's see here. Let me move that back. Okay, so I added more. I added Orpheus, to the names.
No.
Oh yes, you know me. You know Desi. I mean, you should know by now. This is his modus operandi. So he goes looking for Proserpia.
Proserpia?
Yes.
The big lion meets you while you're in the middle of working with Hagnar on getting their piece set up, and before you manage to break the Hellstone brick.
Desi is going to just knock to not startle them. So he just, gently knocks and peeks in. Hey, Proserpia!
Over my magnifying goggles at Desi. Hey, Desi. And I go back to working, but I'm listening.
I'm imagining these magnifying goggles looking like what's her
Yes,
name from from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Just
That's
hey
what they-
Desi, and there's these big bulging
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah. From Star Wars? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
That was the joke,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
reference. So
That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, oh no, I got that. I totally got that. That's what was the image in my head. So basically, he kind of sits behind both Hagnar and Proserpia, because he sees them both diligently trying to work on this, and and carefully trying not to interrupt their work, but he kind of, in a very low tone, like he feels like he's doing something bad, but he kind of lets it out that he adopted a new child.
You did what?
I have a new child.
Like a lion child?
No, of course not. I adopted a new mirror.
Well, I don't know. You're with Naia, and I don't know their gestation periods.
Well, no, we did not have conversation of creating children of pride yet. That's, and he just starts blushing, and then he just kind of just he goes. Then he just waves his paws up in the air. No, but beyond that point, going back to matter of hand. So I
getting her face on.
and so basically he explains that he met this dark steel mirror at the entrance of the engine where she went to the land of where she shouldn't have gone. And that his new child Orpheus is standing guard. Now I know that you have been to the Nono place.
Or at least try to.
How many other children are on board this ship that my dear brother has been hiding from me?
Proserpia,
Yeah.
give me an intelligence roll.
Okay. Let's see. Do.
21.
Oh no. Okay. Proserpia, from your last count and by your memory, apart from the 20 that were on board and the newest member, there's at least 20 more Mir on this ship, all performing other functions that are vital to other things like maintaining the engine, making sure the pipes are working, all that stuff. There are varying sizes from super small to about the size of what your average Mir looks like.
Okay. Do I have to tell Desi any of this?
No, you do not have to tell Desi any of this.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit anxious. I don't know if it's gonna show or not.
You're very you telegraph your feelings.
Are you
Yeah, I know.
so? Are you attempting to bluff this? Is the question.
Oh, he's not going to be happy
Not-
if he could
not-
tell you lied.
Not bluff it, but I'm trying to lie by omission.
Deception.
No, that sounds even worse.
No, that's
It's
the
still a
feat.
deception roll.
That's the skill. You're trying to deceive. Yeah.
No, I'm staring right at it. I'm like, it still just sounds worse.
No, I know.
Oh.
I know, but it's up to you whether or not you want to have 40 more names of Mir.
I don't.
So roll that deception.
Oh man. Oh, this is gonna end so poorly. Okay, here we go.
It's 15.
Okay.
Desi, give me an insight check. He believes you. So what are you omitting here?
I am saying that I didn't really notice because I chipped the thing out so quickly and it was just too helter-skelter.
In other words, you didn't get a good count.
I didn't get a good count.
Desi,
There
you
are
believe
more.
her.
Huh?
What?
Wait, is it back?
Desi,
Is it back to me?
You believe her. She says she couldn't count when she was busy flying through the air and being tossed around the ship.
See, and the thing is that even though he believes her, he would still ask around if people have seen other. See, at this point, it's like, okay, so maybe she was too distracted. So the thing is that now it means that you were distracted, you couldn't see, so you don't have the answer that he needs. So what he's gonna do now is he's going to pet both artificers on the head, have fun, and he's gonna go back to the hallway where Orpheus is. He's going to tell Orpheus to cover their ears wherever the ears are, and he yells down the tunnel for Arden that, "Are you hiding more children from me?"
Speaking of which. That was a nat one insight from Hagnar. Even Hagnar believes you.
All right. Oh, I gotta wrap it up.
Yep. So yeah, we'll let that stew because Arden's not going to answer back.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
He's in the midst of an engine, so it's just, Arden!
So basically, Desi, before he goes to bed, he's pretty much going around trying to find more children.
Yep. Looking for children. Oh, Orok, you're up.
So let's see. So Orok is having the same vision again, but he doesn't realize this is the last time he's gonna have it, like ever. This time he notices that the image of that shadowy like short person is getting farther and farther away each time he has the dream. And this time, like, that person completely fades away. And he turns around and he sees, like, that moment where literally a giant, like, ball of flames hits him. Except it's not him, and it's a dwarf, and then he wakes up.
Gasp. Oh.
So he wakes up, he's, like, breathing really heavy. He's like, oh, what the heck was that? And he's like drenched in sweat. He's freaking out. He composes himself after a little while. Gets up, gets dressed. Decides to walk around the ship a bit. Sees Proserpia, walks up to her. Waves.
Proserpia, earlier in your day, you were waved at by a big, terrifying orc. What
I'm
do you do?
positive. I depending on what I was holding at the time, I might have dropped it.
So a wave. Boom.
Yeah, pretty much. The usual.
Again, Orok kind of like makes that face like, did I do something? So he sees Desi and he walks up to Desi and he says, "Is there something wrong with my face?" Like every time I talk to Proserpia, she seems afraid of me.
My friend, you have what we like to call, how do you say in your people speak? He muddles something in Leonin, trying to figure it out. And then he slams his fist and points, like that. Pointing at, and you're like, I got it. Yeah. Resting murder face.
But that's just my face.
Oh, I know, and it's it is a very unique face, my friend. But nonetheless, our dear sweet Proserpia is not used to resting murder face.
Orok kind of like annoyed, smacks the table and he goes, "Look, I am an orc. We weren't born with the greatest looks,
I never said you were ugly, my friend. You are very handsome for your people. What I am saying is that for someone of sweet nature of Proserpia, she is not used to seeing angry face of creature always in her face.
At this point, I've been treating this whole thing as Orok having a passive intimidation score of 13. Versus Proserpia's passive charisma checks of 12.
It could be like that.
Okay, and really quick, basically, long and short, Desi explains that when he first met Proserpia, she literally peed herself because she had never seen a lion man. Yeah.
So Orok asks you, well, is there anything I can do to make her feel less threatened by me? Because I'm not going to hurt anybody on the ship.
Rule 1, do not get in her face. Rule 2,
I was on the other side of the room when I waved.
Roll 2, give her time to adjust to resting murder face. And number 3, I'll talk to her.
Okay. So he kind of accepts that answer and walks out to the deck of the ship and smells something in the air. I want to see if he smells like maybe like a bad omen or something coming. Like I want to see if he can sort of sense that or smell that.
Give me a perception check, actually. And do it with advantage, you're on a ship.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Let me do it.
That's still pretty cool, though. So just roll it again. Okay, neither of those matter. So, with a perception of 19, the wind is picking up. You notice the close... And you've only just now noticed the closer you've been getting towards this mountain, the heavier and more insane the wind has started to become.
Can I smell anything on the wind?
You smell practically, well, I don't know. You wouldn't smell the ocean, but you smell the swamps.
Okay.
Which is very interesting because you're nowhere near the swamps yet. It's just that the wind has become hard. You have a feeling that if the ship is going the way it's going, those winds might be a bit too rough for them by the time it gets there.
Okay.
AKA oncome of hurricane? Probably.
Oh. Should I warn Arden of that?
Probably a good idea to warn whoever's piloting that there might be a hurricane on its way. At least as far as you know.
Okay, so Orok, sensing, not understanding completely, but getting that the wings are picking up and they're a little hard, goes to the bridge and tries to find whoever's piloting the ship at the moment.
That would be Tana, as she's currently looking over something and somehow talking to the mirror.
Orok walks up and sort of just taps on her shoulder.
She turns over and she's like, "Oh, Orok, what can I do for you, for?"
I think the winds are picking up outside. They're actually becoming quite strong. I would be careful about that.
She nods, she gets up, she walks over to another table, and you see her way over. Doll, have you seen these? The mouthless rock person that you notice has been around the ship but just doesn't talk much to you. Moves over next to her, and you just get the faint sense that someone's talking, but you clearly can't see a mouth move, and they're like, "Oh, that is interesting. Seems to be that we're getting increased atmospheric data or atmospheric disturbances the closer we're getting. How is this not noticed?" Well, big guy found it. Doll looks over to you and says, "We'll bring it up to consideration. One of us will go get Arden wherever he's pouting from."
Orok nods and you know, as he's leaving, he thinks of something and he turns around and he's like, "Do you think it could possibly be the mountain itself?"
Possibly. There's always, I mean, this place is practically a menace. This place is practically, and you see she's like trying to tap into something as she's trying to describe it to you. Like, her body's just glowing ever so slightly. She's like, "Ah, I know what it's like. The entire world is a big storm. So we're going towards the outer edge of it. It's weird. We'll have a talk with Arden, see what he finds out."
Orok nods and says thank you, and he walks out and just kind of like chills for the rest of the day, thinking about his vision from earlier on in the day.
Roll me another perception.
Okay. At advantage or normal?
Normal.
Okay.
You finally notice Seer standing next to you. It's standing there with its arms crossed, hair all afloof in the air.
He doesn't look like me, does he?
No. He's just standing next to you like he's trying to imitate your deep thought.
Orok kind of like for a moment jumps back because like he doesn't get scared, but he doesn't realize that he's been there that entire time, and he's like,
Oh, that was a 20 perception. You noticed him there.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, but I mean, like the other days he didn't notice it. That's the first time he's noticed him.
Doing this.
So he kind of just turns and looks at him, and he's like, do you need something?
Seer just turns, faces you, and like, and then he turns to the side, and you see fire spew from his hands and grows out. And from that fire, it like forms into a big wooden axe. And he's holding exactly the way you would, and he swings it.
Orok takes this as sort of like, you know, he takes it as flattery.
It's like, I've been studying you. Shoo. It's sort of like, and then he looks at you like, am I doing it right?
And Orok is like, kind of, but it's like this. Ha! And he takes his axe and he's. So now they're kind of, yeah.
Seer learning about after having potion lessons in the morning. He's now learning battle lessons from Orok.
This is terrifying.
And beautiful.
Yes, it is.
This is adorable. But like, quick, we got 5 minutes left on Orok.
Yep, and of course during your training, Desi comes by and asks you all about more Mir, if there are more Mir on the ship that you've noticed.
And Orok, it turns and he's just like, what are Mir? What's a Mir? Like it's never been explained to him. He never knows. He doesn't know what that is.
Well, I think this would be like the third time he would have explained to you the small little children that he's adopted.
Yeah, but he never knew their names.
He never knew their names, and also like for Orok, he doesn't get it. Like he just sees machinery and remember machinery.
Technology bad.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
So it just points at one of the small robots.
And he's
And
just
then-
like, okay. Those are children?
They're my children, yes.
Somewhere on the ship, he just hears Desi say that.
At some point, you'll hear Desi yelling to Arden.
More than likely. All right.
And then Orok says, the last thing that Orok says in his part is just, he wasn't this noisy from where I came from. I don't remember him being this noisy, or, yeah, that's what I'll say. I don't remember him being this vocal.
Seer just makes a shrug. By the way, in your timeline, Seer never existed.
Oh. So the guy with the bone face, he doesn't exist in our timeline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of Arden's crew does not exist. Most of Arden's non-player crew doesn't exist in the other timeline.
Does that include the mirror?
That includes the mirror.
It includes
That's
the mirror.
probably, yeah, there we go. That's why Orok is kind of like, what? And also Seer, he doesn't know who that is, so.
Yeah, but definitely endeared to him.
Mm-hmm.
All
Alright, and that's it.
Naia,
Yes.
you're up.
So Naia would be, after sort of having breakfast, etc., etc. She would be looking. She would see that we're approaching the mountain. She would be looking for Arden.
You scour the ship, and once again you reach the dark steel mirror that's guarding the entrance to the engine, and it just stops you.
That's fine. She would nod and she would say to them, "Can you please give him a message from me?
It nods.
Please tell him that I may require his help."
It nods again.
And then she would walk off and look of Tana, is it the pilot?
Yeah.
And she would say, "Tana, I see that we're getting close to the mountain, and I know that we've got various things aboard this ship that can rework metal and some things. And I understand that Arden has sequestered himself down in the engine room. I'm rather looking to, shall we say," and she kind of shakes her scale mail armor. "I'm rather looking that, do you think there is a facility upon this ship, before we get there, to turn this into a breastplate?"
I mean, if we get Arden out of his little slump hole, we'll definitely get him up. But it's going to take him a bit. I think he actually went down there to perform some routine maintenance. That always takes him a day. Or at least most of the day. Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
I help.
Other than that, that's my day.
Alright. You are confronted by Desi at some point, requesting to know if there are any more children aboard that you know of.
Desi, I can barely keep track of the ones that you've named. I don't really,
Oh, let me introduce you to our new child.
You are dragged to the dark steel mirror.
Yes, I have,
My dearest, this is Orpheus.
I have met Orpheus. Orpheus, what did Desi, what did Arden say when you gave him my message?
Orpheus just makes a motion with hands. You don't exactly understand him.
Does Desi?
Neither of you speak mere sign language.
My dearest, I think maybe you need Proserpia. I think Proserpia can speak the language of our children.
Can Mia write?
Can they write?
Common?
Yeah, he can.
She would just give him a small piece of parchment and just hand him a pen. What did he say?
Scribble, 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 scribble. And puts it in your hands. And Arden says he's down here doing maintenance on the ship. If you don't want the ship to suddenly spontaneously combust, you'll let him do his work and leave him alone. He'll be back up in the afternoon.
Fine. Let's just...
He noticed something was up with the rudders and the mana conduits not being overloaded, so to speak. So he's trying to find a way to release some of the excess energy that's suddenly being built up.
Yeah. That was it. My goal was to try and get my thing forged into a breastplate. But I guess that's not happening, so I'm done.
All right. The evening hits. Arden comes up from his belower. He's like, I think I got it. Although I think I'm gonna need everyone. Tapping. He gently finds one of them here. Hey, think you can gather everyone up by the bridge? We got some news. Yeah. So as he waits, all of you are approached by a mirror of some sort, and just tugging on you and pointing towards the bridge. Proserpia, knowing the sign language, you are approached by a mirror, and the mirror says, "Arden needs you on the bridge."
Just me or everybody?
No, you're the only one
Everyone.
that speaks it. Yeah, but you're the only one that speaks it.
Oh, okay. Everybody, what's the name of this mirror?
Let's go with Nico. Nico went to get you.
Nico says we need to go to the bridge.
Well, no, we all got approached by a mirror and got dragged to the bridge. Nico just
We're
went to
getting
get
dragged,
you.
or
Well, we're being tugged and told to basically.
Okay.
Go.
Everybody else gets tugged and
You're the only
and
one
pulled.
You're the only one that got talked
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was just
You're
me
the
on
only
my
one
own.
who gets a civilized message.
Ah, okay, cool. And then I'm
So-
wondering why everybody's being, roughed up to the bridge, like people.
You reach up there. The ship is actually brought to a standstill on this night, not moving forward just yet.
to.
And Arden's like, "So we have a minor inconvenience."
What is
so
minor?
Well, I think I found out why it's called Broken Peak Mountain.
Because peak is broken.
Peak is shattered. He pulls up an image of this mountain base, or he pulls up a holographic image on the dais, and it's a mountain, or at least it would be a mountain. The bottom part's a plateau. The rest of it is floating rocks, surrounded by whooshing air. Primarily because it doesn't have a peak per se. According to our sensors, that place is laden with, well, for lack of a better term, magic.
So how
So
the fuck
maybe-
are we supposed to climb that?
So maybe the Rock was being nice when he said park not on the mountain. He was just trying to keep us safe from that unpeak.
I
Well, it's clear that there's no way to park on the mountain.
I believe in your wisdom, Ganesh.
So I think we'll get him 2 crocodiles for that heads up.
I
Sounds like a
that does sound fair. More than fair.
2 crocodiles? Wait, are you talking about the big fuck off bird?
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
told Arden about the big fuck off bird.
So there's a big fuck off bird that warned us about the thing that you just said, but you didn't know that because you were nerding about in the warp core breach or whatever the fuck.
Warp core breach.
No. He was currently piloting when you guys were all doing that.
What?
When
How,
you,
then, if he was piloting, how the fuck did he not know?
No,
Exactly.
No, hold on. No. Arden, that's not right, because he was at dinner with us when we learned about the Rock's message.
no, he was not.
Yes, he was.
Someone had to be piloting during that time. Tana was there.
It was Tana that
At the
was with
same
us.
time, but he was piloting while the rock flew over.
No, Tana was piloting during that time.
Rock was
okay.
early in the day. Tana was piloting.
Yeah.
Tana was free at the night to join you guys for dinner while Arden took
okay.
over the piloting.
Okay. All right. Now that everything's laid out. Okay. Now I get why Arden doesn't know. Okay.
Also, Arden doesn't know that big fuck off birds are called rocks. We usually have phoenixes that are twice the size of that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, dragon with feathers, right? Told a bird friend that I sent out 9 days ago
Can I just
That-
say sorry?
to not park on the mountain. And he said we should go to the swamps, or the bird said we should go to the swamps to get the rock sacrifice, because that's what you do when
You invade
animals the
something
size of your
territory.
ship
I'm just
tell you to do something.
I'm just imagining Ganesh pantomiming bird with feathers and scales.
Annoyed tail twitch.
Yeah.
They're talking down to you like you're some sort of idiot.
You know what? I'll take the words of someone who gets high with animals any day, over my own mindset when it comes to these things. Okay.
So yeah, we decided at dinner the other night that we would
So
appease the rock, but now it sounds like he was just giving us a heads up.
small problem though is that we can't even get the ship near to this area, and he motions to like higher up in the peaks where all the rocks are moving, like with the wind, and he's like, I have a way it can help, but y'all are gonna get a little practice time tomorrow before
Okay.
Practice? What are we
How
practicing?
how many days from the peak is the closest you can get us?
I can literally get you to the base of the mountain, and then from there, the mountain itself scaling shouldn't be too hard if you, with the
Turn into a
training you
goat.
are about to receive.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna goat the shit up.
Does
Yeah,
he?
until
Does he?
you-
Does he? Kind of chuckles loudly, as he knows what special training means, because that's exactly the language they used when he was growing up for something really difficult.
A goat would help you up until you got up to about this point, then the winds would make it too hard to traverse.
Mm-hmm.
Normally. Unless you really, really like to jump and pray.
Well then I just grab Naia by the hood and crack a whip and say mush. Right, Naia?
Naia would turn around and slap you in the fucking face.
She would. She would.
Not even I'm that bold.
Wait, did that actually happen, or is that?
No, he's just
that
saying.
did just happen.
Oh,
Naia, roll me an attack roll.
Yes.
That's an unarmed strike.
one-armed
So-
strike. Unarmed strike. Yeah.
Unarmed strike is
Hey.
D20 plus strength.
Hey, Ari.
So that's
What's
yeah,
up?
yeah.
Again. Sorry.
I want to roll. Okay, I'm gonna roll an arm strike. It's guns to miss.
So where'd you
Because
hit me?
Or
Or
let
were
me
you
get-
attempting to hit me?
Slap in the face.
It would be a slap. Yeah.
Slap in the face. Okay.
Even if I hit with an unarmed strike, the damage is 1 plus my strength, which is 0. So even if I hit, she's gonna pull out the prismatic blade like. Try that again, Elephant Man.
Oh,
So are you unarmed striking, or are you Jedi threatening?
Both.
Unarmed strike first,
I will-
Jedi threaten second.
Yeah, I will unarmed strike, which is a. I don't actually have that on my thing, but it's a D20 minus 1.
Anyone else get your connection to the server has been interrupted? Anything to do?
Yeah, I did.
I
Yeah.
didn't get that.
I got it. Just
I
hit
didn't.
Does a 14 hit
refresh.
you?
Okay.
Does
No, I
a
don't.
14 hit you?
It would not.
14.
Oh yeah,
hit.
I just got that now.
Good job, roll 20. It's not loading at all.
Yeah.
I see a 20 for you with the perception of 3.
Yeah. Let me.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh. So give me just a moment, everybody on screen. I'm gonna have to refresh roll 20.
Here
Wow,
it
did their
goes.
server go down?
Oh yeah, mine just went. Connection has been interrupted.
Yeah. Just give us a moment. Just give us a moment. We'll do this again in just a second.
Is it down?
No, the site's not down.
It's not down. We just lost connection. It's just something. It's a hiccup.
Yeah. But that was a 14, right?
It was a 14. Yes.
Okay. I do believe if Ganesh isn't wearing his armor,
I was making potions all day, so I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
the
you
14 in
you
chat.
wouldn't be
There
wearing
we go.
Harden.
I got back down.
You wouldn't be wearing Harden right now, so...
Oh my God!
your
Yeah, Harden.
armor-
We've forgotten about Harden this whole time.
I'm just saying he's been in the storage this entire time going, help, I'm lonely. Or just sitting somewhere in Ganesh's
he's
room,
just
just like,
alone.
just like, wow, this is a boring thing to be. So
I kind of feel like Harden is moaning Myrtle, but instead of enchanting a toilet, she's enchanting,
the armor.
blade of armor.
So
Yeah,
when that's
I rolled a 14 to hit with my slap.
Okay.
Which is 1 damage plus my strength modifier, which is -1, which is 0.
so you would have hit him. So you took 1 damage.
You hit him. So I take 1 damage.
You take 0 damage because it's
You
1
take
damage.
0.
Is plus my strength modifier, which is -1.
Which would always be a minimum of 1.
Oh, okay. So you take 1. Okay.
Okay, so I
Okay,
take
so-
1 damage. So what happens is, I'm laughing my ass off when this happens. You slap me. One of my teeth falls out, and I accidentally snort it and catapult you.
Okay, I'm going to make. I would like to roll pulling her out of the way.
Okay, so
Orok is just in the back of the room, like
No, she's
cracking
at
up.
point blank. Like, my trunk is like 4 feet long. Her hand is 3 feet long. There's no way you're gonna get her out of the way.
Naia, roll that dex save with advantage.
Dex save with advantage
For Naia, yes.
for Naia. Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
20.
So the tooth misses. Naia, and hits the outside edge of the bridge and punctures a hole
Oh,
in the silver edge. There's a soft whistle going about the area. Everything else is quiet.
And Ganesh is laughing as hard as I am right now.
Desi is horrified.
Prismatic blade. Uses thaumaturgy to make her eyes burn with silver fire. And then try that again, Elephant Man.
I didn't try anything! You knocked my tooth out!
Wait,
You grabbed me by the neck.
No, I didn't. I said I was going to.
Can Desi distract her with a kiss?
Do it.
Not a giant set of earmuffs
Oh,
if I
just
can't
kiss
listen to
someone with a
anybody anymore.
lightsaber.
My God.
Oh, genuinely, I think I misunderstood. I genuinely thought that Ganesh actually grabbed Naia by the neck.
No, he threatened.
It doesn't even matter at
No.
this point.
No. The thing is, he threatened her, and she took exception to it. Is basically how it's all going.
Sure, whatever.
So, so how do I roll to kiss distract?
Oh, I want to see you botch this and then impale
Charisma
yourself
saving
on the
throw.
lightsaber.
Wait, I can't hear. What's going on?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Naia, roll me an intimidation check.
Okay. Can I roll at advantage given thaumaturgy and prismatic
20.
blade?
Yep. Does his charisma beat your intimidation? Yes. You are diffused.
Yes.
with a kiss from your lion daddy boyfriend.
While that goes on, everybody else is absolutely silent. There's
Is
a
this
hole
like-
in
Is this like the kiss from Casablanca where he just like grabs her?
No, this is more like Adam's family. Gomez to
Diffusing Morticia like
yeah, exactly.
when she's about to kill a motherfucker.
Like literally, he goes, "Dearest, that is so enchanting and enticing. It's beautiful." Mwah.
Oh, you turned on the smooth jazz.
Yeah, he did.
You almost murdered that person. I am so turned on by you right now. Like
Pretty
that.
much.
Yeah,
Pretty much
yeah,
like that.
that's...
While everybody's contemplating this series of events, the whistling stops as the hole that was there gets magically fused up.
And Desi,
Good.
Desi pretty much opens his eyes and looks at Arden like, "Is it safe?"
It's just, you notice Arden's hand is just pointed behind him as he's cast mending on the hall.
That's what I'm saying. He's looking at Arden like, is it safe? Like, can I stop kissing her now?
No.
Case in,
Oh, sorry, go on.
Arden, case in point, the plan is I'm gonna drop you. We're all gonna park. We're going to moor ourselves at the base of the mountain, on the opposite side from where the lake is, because that's where the swamp starts. That way you can go and get your appeasement, and then we can continue on this stupid mission, so that we can save this world from being nearly destroyed. And people can stop putting holes in my ship.
Or pulling out the...
holes in my ship!
Or
Question from the Loxodon that may or may not still be laughing. Why do we need to go to this mountain if we... Oh no, I don't know that you guys decided not to kill her. But
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
This would be the time when we decide to tell you.
Okay.
Just, why are we even deciding to go to this?
No,
No,
I mean,
Or-
okay.
No, the goal was to still get to the abjuration champion. Yes,
Yes, pretty much.
except
Okay.
in a more, I can't believe you just did that tone with something I just gave you.
Yeah.
Starry.
Let's see. And basically,
Do you yada yada, we're up to speed?
yeah, I would yada yada everyone up to speed, and now everybody understands why we don't want to kill her, and our plan to give her safe passage on the ship in exchange to fixing the world, so that way shit can stop breaking, because she's just reacting to her terrible situations back to back.
Also,
Okay.
the big old yada yada after of knowing exactly where she's coming from and exactly what your Planeswalker pilot's been having
Going
to
through.
deal with silently this entire time.
Yeah.
I got
No,
an idea, guys. And this
Not.
may or may not be the Kush talking. Don't know. Those two champions that the fucking bird totally didn't tell me about, that are supposedly here
Mhm.
on top of the mountain, that sort of exists, but not really, that the rock sort of warned us about, but not really. We invite those guys to a party on the bridge, right? We get them here. She's going to show up to kill them. Once she's on the bridge, we warp out to a new planet. She starts crying, and then we all give her a hug and go home.
But how do we fix the world?
We'll do that with her-
Leaving isn't going to be that easy.
What? Why not?
Believe me, it's not. This place is just. Would I have gained this knowledge from
This
like,
place is
the-
trap.
Yeah. Would
Uh,
me and Desi at least have gained
So-
knowledge from reading the books?
But
This
Arden
is-
said that he's smarter than, what's her brat?
I am smarter.
Yes, but
Yeah.
she might escape
Also-
before.
Also, in order for this ship to planeswalk out of here appropriately, we're gonna have to go through hell.
I'm down.
Literal hell.
That's cool.
Well,
We gotta get out, right?
Ganesh, I am sorry for knocking out your tooth, but suggest throwing me overboard again, and I'll knock out a lot more.
Dearest, mending, dearest, please.
I think it was more suggesting using you like a carriage horse.
Yeah.
Me?
No,
Yep.
yeah, that you were suggesting using her as a carriage horse, yeah.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
getting
yeah.
to the mountain.
I think I misunderstood because what I heard was yeet Naia overboard.
No.
No, no.
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 Arden
But that's,
responses.
but, no,
No,
but that's
what he
okay.
was suggesting was put reins on you, have you use those wings that you have, and then using you to fly through the turbulent mass of air that's definitely, more than likely, probably gonna rip you all to shreds if you do it wrong.
Said in the most incendiary way possible, as you noticed.
So, if my mirror would care to show up with the core grappling hooks that I asked them to grab from down below, and
How many more mir? Exactly.
I am
Don't
telling you,
even think about it.
No. He owes me answer. He's been hiding children from me. I can
Stefanos,
sense it.
Marika, Christina, and Angeliki show up carrying with bundles of rope with very specialized hooks at the end.
No.
Arden said,
I am pointing to the Orpheus that is guarding the hole that you hid in.
I did not hide it. I'm only stopping everybody else from going in there and nearly destroying reality itself. His head turns to Proserpia.
He starts grumbling in Leonin. That's always keeping secrets from me.
I'm not keeping any fucking secrets.
No.
I'm just trying to...
No, you can't hear it. You can't hear him. He's just muttering. The only person that can hear him say this is Naia.
She just kind of whispers to him, "It's all right, sweetheart. It's all right."
Then he says in Undercommon, defending him.
Anyway, if we're done with the sidetracking,
go
for
ahead.
goodness sakes,
Go ahead. Go on, plot device.
he gives you, he puts one of these in your hands. It says you're going to be training how to use these on the lowest floating rocks possible for at least half a day. After
And
that,
what are
I
they?
am. These are core hooks. They're used in Zendikar to traverse flying rocks.
This looks so cool.
Oh, they are. It's also a bitch to learn. So, that's going to be part A of our next day. Well, when we land, we're going to do two things. We need one part of the party, one part of the group to go and get us the stuff for the rock. Because I think that sacrifice was more along the lines of, feed me so I don't use you for food.
While you're trying to climb. Yeah, while you're trying to climb, yeah.
While you're trying to climb.
Again, the toll. It's the toll.
And the core hooks are supposed to help you so that you don't go flying off into the randomness, that if you not manage to utilize them properly, you could still use them to make sure you don't go flying off and drop, looking at the hologram, roughly about 120 feet to your death.
That sounds familiar.
Look, I'm trying to avoid having you guys die on me, like, and at the same time, we're gonna teach you some life planeswalking skills here.
Sounds good.
I will be
And
okay
with
with
that-
this.
And we're
Yeah,
doing all this because we're pretending we need these two guys.
No, we're not pretending. We do need these two guys.
Why do we need them? We're not going to banish her.
We
Collateral
still
in
need them.
case she doesn't cooperate.
Yeah, they're the plan B basically. If she doesn't,
okay.
if she doesn't agree, we are going to kick her off.
Okay, so we're taking hostages.
No,
No.
they are our honored guests.
They are.
You
guests.
just called them collateral.
No,
That's a hostage.
No, I said plan B. I said they are plan B.
I used collateral.
Yeah, Arden said collateral. I said plan B. They are plan B. If
You
she
know what
does
else?
not agree,
You know what else is called Plan B? What you take when you've been fucked all night.
I thought that was called a
How
bath.
did you know? How did you know that? How do you know about something like that in character?
Really? I thought that was called ritual bath.
I think
Because strange shit happens in Thailand, guys. Even Thai Naboo. Fine. I don't know. There's no good reason for that.
You know, I you know what, Arden? I say let it be that way because the fact is his land is homebrew anyway, so it makes sense that he would know something that we don't, like contraceptives.
I feel
I
like
mean,
I
there
missed.
could be-
I feel like I missed something. What two guys?
The Destruction and Mr. Broody McBroodface that doesn't trust anybody.
The champion of abjuration. And
The
the
champion of
of
abjuration and
destruction.
the
the two champions. Okay,
the two
yeah.
champions, yeah. You know, the one that doesn't trust anybody because he's paranoid as fuck, and then the other one that's Dutch's dad.
Yeah.
No. Dutch's dad is the champion of destiny.
Oh, Dutch's dad is the Destiny one?
Yes.
that we haven't met yet.
Okay, then we
that
haven't met him. Yeah. Okay.
That are apparently around there.
Okay.
No, Destiny's not there. Destiny's somewhere fuck off else.
Okay.
I believe in character you guys learned that he was with the hero of the Forge in Hell to get some more health.
We did find that out from Dutch.
Yeah. So Dutch's dad is in Hell. And these two you learned from Eric Marensong are here busy trying to study something.
Yeah.
Because the Abjuration Wizard refuses to travel with anyone less than someone who can practically blow up an entire city with a snap of a finger.
Yeah, like Mustang, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Roy Mustang.
He's the Roy Mustang of the setting.
Yeah.
So, yep. And since it's 10:17 p.m., this is where the DM's going to say, that's what we're going to do next session, is get the characters trained up on a new tool and get the stuff for the bird.
But
Stuff for the burb.
Are we all done talking?
Yes.
Are we ending the session? Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys still here so they can hear you. But thank you, everyone, so much for watching Darkborne Plus. Today on Monday, this was Dungeons and Dumbasses, Flights of the Legacy, a D&D MTG crossover homebrew campaign. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. That's all just well. That's on Mondays. Thursdays is Divinity Original Cheese 2. And every Saturday is Random Gaming. All 3 streaming nights is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we can't wait to see you next Monday for our next part of our adventure for Episode 9. Where we finally reach the mountain.
Took long enough.
It took us 10 days, okay? It took us 10 days. I mean, hey, and congrats Proserpia on learning, Mir sign language. Congratulations to Naia for learning how to understand lion.
But not Loxodon, apparently.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't want to talk to you right now. She just slapped a tooth out of you, and you shot your own tooth through the shape. And
accidentally.
Yeah, and then of course Desi learned how to speak Undercommon, which is pretty nice. Wow, now
conversations now.
Yeah, now he can flirt with Naia in Undercommon.
Wait, so now we have to listen to it in a different language?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because now that he learned it, he wants to use it as much as possible. But anyways, so long story short, thank you everyone for watching Darkborne Plus. Thank you everyone for watching Darkborne Plus, and we will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Bye,
Thanks everybody
Internet.
for watching VOA Gamer Cup. Soon.